Got my other phone. Hit that like button. Hit the cash app. Yeah, make sure before you hit the like button, hit the cash app first, man. Let me grab my other phone. Hit the cash app, brothers and sisters. Before you hit the like button, hit the cash app. JB. You already know, man. No nation without donations, man. Yeah, hell yeah, y'all. Yo, I don't understand this narrative. Hey, yo, why do people think King Von, Durk killed King Von, yo? Like, yo, people are so hung up on things that don't make sense, it's ridiculous. Yo, we gonna get the Umar Johnson. What's up, one of those? Yo, make sure if you hit the like button, hit the cash app. hit the cash app, brothers and sisters. But, Trench's News is over there running a main-ass narrative. A main narrative on Durk. Hold on, let me put some tags in the video real quick. Nigga, I swear, yo, I don't know what Durk did to y'all. Like, I really think it's just jealousy and hate. But to continuously be banned over that bitch, slandering that man, is wild to me, yo. Now, yo, my original dispute with Trench's News all started, right, when them boys got locked up for that murder for hire in Chicago. Yeah, Durk was a real friend. I don't understand why he received so much hate. Like, they make it seem like Durk was a menace to society, but in reality, everything that I know, so I mean, probably except for one other situation, Durk was on some retaliation shit. Like, he went out that bitch causing trouble. You know what I mean? But if you took one of his, you know what I mean? Now that shit go. Eye for an eye. I just don't understand the hate. And I don't understand why is niggas pushing false narratives. Like, yo, for what reason would Durk have to get King Von killed, man? Yo, he did. He did. And I don't want to play it, because, you know, he don't fuck with me. He might try to strike my channel or something. But, yo, it's like, yo, people is doing anything for views. You know, anything. Like, it don't matter who they hurt, who they slander. Trench's News and what he did yesterday was no different than what the Ratchet TV dude did. What he made up a whole storyline about Julio Fulio death. A whole storyline, y'all. Got somebody on the line that he said worked at the hotel. where Julio was killed. Knowing good and goddamn well that shit was a lie. It's like, yo, I can't be. It ain't that serious to me, man. You feel me? Yo, it's not that serious to me to trick the people. Cause that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to create conversation, generate revenue, meanwhile tricking the people into believing something that ain't true. Yo, what is the odds that Vonnie, you got a whole bunch of people in Chicago, you got DJU, you got motherfucking a million platforms, you got J-Main in Chicago that rocks with Durk now. Yeah, man, not saying J-Man, I'm just saying it's platforms in Chicago that rocks with Durk now. Yo, what would make OTF Vonnie father do an interview or have a phone conversation with Trenches News, a known federal informant? Like, it don't even make logical sense. Like, yo, he really putting out a dangerous narrative, and then got the guy on there talking about, yeah, Lil Durk got King Von killed. Got King Von killed by Quando Rondo and that. Like, yo, what the fuck is you talking about? Why would that make sense? Yo, King Von was on a rise. King Von was ready to be a star. This is your man that put him on. Why would you build him up and then kill him? Yo, that Vonnie shit not real, Shane. It ain't real. Them text messages, none of that shit is real. Like, yo, people don't know what's going on in that case, yo, because that case is being real. Everything is being done quietly. It's a protective order on the evidence, for one. So even the guys that's in the case, they can't even walk away with the paperwork. They gotta view the paperwork in front of an attorney or in front of a third party that's co-signed by both sides. They can't get that paperwork and go to their cell and read it. Yeah, but yo, I don't know, yo, because see, Trenches News tries to paint this narrative that he told because of Duck and Brick and yo, but I don't believe that. Yo. I don't believe rats do anything for anybody else. You know, I think rats, when they tell it for their own personal reason. I think Trenches News told to build his YouTube channel. I mean, he told to try to, well, he was already telling. You know what I mean? Let's say that he was telling for years. But I think part of his reason for attaching themselves to Durk and that whole situation, yo, was to try to prop himself up by bringing them down. I think that was his focus. I think that's what he's been doing. I think that's what he's been trying to do. Like, he's been pushing false narratives on Durk for years. Like I said, the first time I got into it with him, when he inboxed me on a fake account and then I exposed him, was when the guys got locked up for the so-called retaliation for D-Thing. And he was over that bitch, yeah, Durk ready to go to jail, they ready to charge him with D-Thing murder, da-da-da-da. And when I read the article, I'm like, yo, how the fuck you get that from this? Like, yo, ain't none of them boys told? Now, things a little bit different now, but they still haven't told the police. I mean, none of them boys that got locked up for the so-called retaliation for D-Thing told the police. And then, when I realized he was a part of the case, I don't think he was, bro. I think he got kicked out of O Block. I think that might be his reasoning for doing that. I think they bitched him. They kicked him out. Yo, anybody outside of Trenches News talk about Trenches News and his relationship to them areas. Yeah, they relate him to like a fame. You know what I mean? Yeah, he was around, but he wasn't with the guys. He was, you know what I mean? He might hang with him every now and then. Yo, bring little Swiper around or something. You feel me? But he wasn't in the mix. He wasn't with the guys. He was a reject. But he is involved or a witness, character witness. Yeah, right, JB. Yeah, man, that's who he was. You can tell, look how he moved, look how he had. See, the thing is, like I always say, yo, with this internet, the internet that gave people a voice that they never had a voice. So they abusing it. You feel me? They thinking they're bigger than they are because in reality, like real life, outside of the internet, nobody ever listened to him. You know what I mean? He might have been around for years and nobody never noticed him. That's how him and Butter stories conflicting when he talk about Butter got shot and I did this and I did that. Butter like, man, no the fuck he didn't. You feel me? Right, that's why he got all them stories, because he was on the outside looking in. You know, it's easy to get a story when you're outside. But then a lot of them stories that he tell, when you hear other people tell it, they be like, yo, I don't know. They're like, if you let Tristan News say he was everywhere. He was there when Butter got shot. He was there when K.I. got shot. He was there when this happened. He was there when that happened. It's like, yo, you wasn't there for none of that shit, my nigga. Bluffing ass nigga. What's up, not for sale? But Tristan News is a witness in that case in Chicago. He can deny it, but I know he is. I know he is. And the reason why I know he is because when me and him got into it, and he ran that narrative that Durk ready go down, before I even watched his whole video, I did a video. But then before I put my video out, I watched his video. And in his video, he spoke about things that wasn't public. It wasn't public. He spoke about a jail phone call that where a guy was, what you know, I forgot the nigga name, but one of the dudes was talking on the phone about the shooting or about the money being transferred, whatever it was a guy on the phone. That wasn't in no paperwork. That just came out this year. Tristan News reported on that 2 months ago, 2 years ago, or a year, however long ago it was. So that let me know right then and there. Then when you read the paperwork, they talk about CHS1 and this person did this. I'm like, oh, that's Tristan News. Tristan News is in that case. And I think he wanted Durk to be in that case. And I think he's upset that Durk is not in that case. And they are refusing to charge Durk for that crime. Because, for one, they kind of messed up with that informant. Now one of the defendants in the case is trying to get a severance from the other guy because he don't feel like his statement should be used against him because they was told to an informant and not to the police. It's just a whole bunch of confusion going on with that case for real. But they already agreed that they're not charging Durk, and I think Tristan News is upset with that. I think Tristan News really want to get on the stand and testify on Durk. I don't know. I think it's just all jealousy. I think it's all hate. I think it's all envy. But to sit over there and run a mean-ass false narrative, and then when you go to the comments, people so stupid and gullible. Like, the comments is really what pisses me off with people, y'all. Like, I have never known that there's this many gullible people in the world. Like, yo, use your brain, man. O.T.F. Varney father reached out to Tristan News. He a known federal informant. All right. He reached out to Tristan News while his son, life is on the line. Son facing life in prison, in federal prison. So you reach out to a federal informant and do an interview. Do you think that? Hey, yo, what the fuck is you talking about? What's up, kid? Yeah, but I don't know, yo. I know that's down bad. And then the crazy thing about it is, whenever anybody questioned him about it, he wanna block him. No, nigga, explain that shit. Yo, people got questions. How you gonna put content out or put videos out and not explain it? So you're just gonna put out the information and people just gotta accept your narrative and can't give you no pushback and can't ask no questions, especially when you're doing something this slanderous. Like what the man said that he knows. And I ain't watched it. You know, I turned it on. You know, he got me blocked. You know, a lot of these guys got me blocked. A lot of your favorite YouTubers got me blocked. I don't know why. I don't even troll. I just questioned a lot of the things that they do. You feel me? From fucking AK-47 to Tristan News to DJ Academics to who else got me blocked? Who else got me blocked? Yo, a lot of them niggas got me blocked, man. There you go again. This nigga crazy. I know it's somebody else. Trenches News, DJ Academics, AK-47. There's probably some more out there, man. I don't know why they want to block me. I don't troll. I actually try to add to the conversation, but it's just fucked up, yo, that he doing that to that man, yo. Like, this man fighting life in prison, you on the internet playing. He on the internet playing, man. What's up, Stephanie? Mm-mm-mm. It's fucked up, y'all. Like I don't respect it. It's amazing to me that more people was in his comments and they not calling the fuckery out. They sitting there talking about Trenton News, you the best. And look at some of these comments. We ain't gonna watch the video. I just want y'all to see the comments so you can see how ignorant people is. Look at this shit. Like these guys, sometimes I be thinking they bots. They can't be real people. It's not. Shut your dumb ass up. I was cool with your trolling for a while, man, till you started getting racist with it. Um, Look, King Von betrayed OT Avani. Set up, hit Lil Durk, 100K track. Yo, this nigga crazy, yo. Let's listen to him. The bitch ass better not try, what's the comment? I'm gonna get on your ass, nigga.
1.3 million dollar business with Wix. You want to support?
Like, yo, everything is content driven. He sat there and ran a whole fake narrative on this man for content purposes. Look how dumb people is in the comments. Look at the comments. Trenton News definitely finna go up after this. Yeah, we here for the part 2, fo. Swipe running the marathon with the content. Yo, like, yo, they over that bitch being lied to. This is why you don't just have anyone around. People gotta be smart and use godly discernment, or else evil will snatch your life away. Thank you, Swipe. Like, yo, this is crazy. Yo, why are people so fucking stupid? Look, this Joe posted a quote. But if they came wrong, something is not right. The ops don't play with him. That happened from inside. Like, yo, people is fucking dumb, yo. I see how Umar Johnson robbed the community. Swipe broke the internet with Last Night Live. Like, yo, they don't even mind being told lies. See, won't nobody ever admit that the story, homie, what? See, won't nobody admit that every story homie ever told and that he say is always come back and confirm. Real street news. Always cooking up, big dog. Like, yo, who are these people? Are these real people? Are these real people? Like, there's no way these are real people. Yo, you can't be this fucking stupid. Real ones know King Von was backdoored. What if DJ UTV was involved? Are y'all saying these comments? The stupidity, the idiocracy. No, but to sit back and be able to do this to a person, it just shows. I mean, you know, here rat, so you can't really put nothing past them. You know, you really can't be surprised when a rat do what rats do. You feel me? But it's just like, damn, bro, like you just out of control with this shit. With the numbers dropped or something.
For me, go to Nene Marie 37 on IG. Man, make exclusive. OTF from OTF Vonnie 5. He can't save you or your local police department, so make sure you know where your kids are and your surround. Alright, y'all, this is exclusive audio from OTF Vonnie father, man. He explained about OTF Vonnie, the plea that he trying to take. He explained about King Von, Lil Tim them waiting out already, and more, man. Make sure y'all smash that like button, man. If you be hating on me, don't steal my content, bro.
Look, I'm gonna... You see what I'm saying? You see the type of shit they on? Like, what type of bitch ass shit is that, y'all? So if you disagree with them, you can't speak. If you disagree with him, hear what you speaking on this video. Yo, that's bitch shit, my nigga. You feel me? Yo, that just shows you that he's pushing a fucking narrative. You want to push a narrative, knowing good and goddamn well you over this bitch lying to hundreds of thousands of people. Yo, this bitch lying to hundreds of thousands of people, man. That shit is sad, man. I'm gonna turn the camera around and let it play.
Strike your page down. Everybody else, y'all go ahead that free will. But if you been saying shit about me, don't you dare. I'm telling you. Hey.
What's up? What up, shorty? What? Man, my old girl just called me going crazy. Whatever she did, so I can give you anything you got to do.
Well, you know, he don't do videos like that. Like, yo, what he does is he uploads the same video with the same face mask and just talk in the background. Like, he's not actively walking around with that face mask on every day. You know, I don't even think he comes outside. More than likely he spends a lot of time indoors. You feel me? Like, I don't think you ever see Trisha News outside because he can't go outside. But to sit here and run this fake narrative on this person, and who the fuck? Yo, this shit is crazy.
To fix it, I mean, if you want to go through the interview, I get it, but I can't do nothing. I can't go through it. I can't do no interview. I can't do that. I got my mama just called, snapping, that's still your son. Like I told her, fuck him. You know, but I can't do nothing because my old girl just called, tripping, motherfucker, said it to my mama and everything. I mean, listen, you got to really listen for real. You don't know it, but I know it. Listen very carefully. Everything I tell you is going to be the truth. Illuminati run the world. They wanted to get caught. It may sound crazy as hell to you. You know what I'm saying? But this comes along with selling your soul. Jail time.
Man, I'm done. I don't want to hear no more of that shit. Yo, this guy's out of control, y'all. Yo, get this thing out my screen. Yeah, I can't listen no more. Like, I can't even get through that shit. Like, the way I watch videos with y'all is how I watch them when I'm by myself. Like, if I was to ever turn this video on, the minute they start talking stupid, video over. It could be 5 minutes in, it could be 30 seconds in. The minute I hear something that just makes absolutely no sense to me, end the video. Man, he's a fucking... I don't know where he from. I know he a federal informant. I know he's still working with them people. So what he's going to do is run this fake narrative. He's going to run this fake narrative. And for the next couple days, he's going to put out video after video after video. But it's all lies. It's all manipulated. It's all fabricated. But let's move on from him, y'all. Because he a rat. He might do anything. Whack 100 live. So Whack 100. Yo, now it's a narrative being ran on Whack 100 that him and Adam 22 is ready to go down in the Rico. Yo, that shit is not true. Yo, Whack 100 is working with the police, y'all.
3 words.
Here go another false narrative. They done doctored this paperwork in order to bring attention to themselves. Like, it's getting out of control, y'all. This internet and this content shit have gotten way out of control. Way out of control. We heard Ray J just admit. Let's go to that video first. Then we're gonna go to Whack. We heard Ray J just admit that people is getting paid to push nonsense. Ray J, Cam Newton. They is paying these guys to push nonsense.
All I gotta do is be going downward.
Listen to him.
Fucking up, losing your career. That's who we are.
So, just so we're on the same page. All right, well, how did you guys even meet?
Like, take us through the good time, right? My nigga, just let it go until it just keep going. Then you watching the Diddy trial, and then the lady's like, yo, so you had a drug dealer. Now I'm just watching like everybody else, reading the manuscript. Ray J was your drug dealer, huh? Was Ray J your drug dealer? Just pick my name out the fucking raffle with no substance or nothing to it. Just threw it out there. The girl on the stand, I don't even know her name. She was confused. Everybody was confused. When that court let out, is when all this shit with Whitney came back. Now Ray J's a drug dealer. I tried to go to a couple of award shows, respectful award shows, bro. They didn't even let me in, bro. And the security didn't want to tell me, so they was like telling
Here you go.
to be a slave.
Listen to this. Listen to this.
On this shit, bro. My mom. My mom knows. My mom's seen it, but nobody else has seen it.
You should care. If you black, if you ain't black, you probably wouldn't care. But if you black, you should care, yo, with these people, with these outsiders, are paying black men to sell out and to push false narratives, and to be coons and clowns and be characters. You should care about this shit, cause it's fucked up. Cause they wouldn't do it to their own people. They wouldn't do it to their own people.
My mom's seen it, so I can tell you something, but you won't believe it. Because it's certain things that have been done in the industry and said, it's so concrete to where the lies of it are the 1,000 absolute % truth. There's no lie to that lie. It's been crafted so perfect to where you can't even untie it.
Basically, what he's saying is, yo, some of these lies that's being told are told so well that there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, it's sort of like when you tell a lie so long it becomes the truth. When you let a lie linger without refuting it, it becomes the truth. That's what he's talking about.
Even if you wanted to, even if the people told you that it was a lie, it was so embedded in your soul to where it's something that you've been trained to know. And we have a lot to do with that kind of shit. And so eventually it's like...
Can you give me an example?
I can show you an example. And then when I show you the example...
So he ready to show Cam Newton how much these people... And they never mention these people. That's the shit that pissed me off with him. If you're going to go hard, go hard. Expose these motherfuckers. Who is playing Puppet Master? And got you guys on here being buffoons. But he's ready to show Cam Newton is that whoever these people is trying to pay him handsomely. Only thing he got to do is crash out. I agree. Only thing he got to do is crash out. That's it. Crash out. You're going to get paid. You're going to make your community and your people and your family look bad. But you're going to get rich. And you won't believe how many people is willing to accept that deal. That's how you get a trenches news pushing false narratives, a whack 100 running fake paperwork. That's where all that shit come from, man. Yeah, I don't know, y'all. Look, but the realist, that's what I'm talking about. Things like that. Remember he said that? That was wild as a motherfucker. You know, he got paid. He's being paid to say some of the wildest things.
To take a two.
And the biggest misconception people make is the internet not real. Yo, this is very real, man. It's very real. They'll sell you this idea of that it's fake, just so they can do the things that they don't. You know, they can fuck around. They can play characters. They can lie. They can manipulate. They can join the circus.
You see the example.
Richard, but how does that happen? That's the question you should ask yourself. How does he become more famous than talented?
And then when I'm talking to you, you can see like the ramifications of what I'm dealing with on how I gotta do this a little bit. But I'm at the point now where like I'm about to fucking crash and just say everything. Cause I'm not a slave, bro. I'm nobody's slave and I'm nobody's coon, nigga. And that's it. And y'all niggas know what's happening. And y'all know what I'm about to do. And I'm saying y'all because I got to keep it very vague. But it's y'all, and y'all. It's y'all, yeah. And then it's y'all. And then it's those motherfuckers over there too. And there's nothing you can do about it. Because I don't want your money. Suck my dick. Sorry.
You were about to show me.
I need to show you my phone. Yeah, I got enough to show you. I really want to tell you straight up off camera real quick and then come back in and just do it. And then I'll show you too, but I can just tell you what I'm showing you. So it's super blunt. Because I get in trouble if I just say it out here.
I thought you can't say that you don't give a.
No, it's not that, bro. I don't give a fuck. This ain't that though. Here, let me just give you a little insight on this shit. Bro, it's dangerous out here. Bro, this shit's serious, bro. Niggas don't really understand it. Cause niggas really think that we're running around here like just complaining. Let's go here. Y'all got my glasses?
What the fuck?
The shades?
Yeah. So what you're seeing right here, we can click through any of them. What you're seeing.
I'm not doing that.
But it's fine. It's nothing nasty. It's really dark. But this. Let me show. Can you pull up? Because just pull up settlement. Whew, that fucked them up. That fucked them up when I just said that. Because they're like this in front of the camera, watching this shit, bro.
Oh.
Bro, they're gonna come for you guys, bro. You gonna be like, damn, okay, I get it now, right? They're coming. They gonna shut this fucking shit down, watch.
Here go your glasses, bro.
They're gonna shut this fucking thing down, bro. That's why I'm happy you to show shit, cause so this is what they just gave me to be a slave. You see who it is?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so there's so much of it. We've been doing this shit for years. Bottom line is, this is what they're doing to us.
And just so, I'm so confused right now.
I know. That's why it's easy for me to go off, tell you what's up,
Say
so you
less.
got it, so you're not all the way in the dark.
All right, then.
Because and then we jump right back into it.
Brief intermission. Just be patient. We're gonna be right back. This is where it'd be like, dee. Boom.
And then when we sit down, it's like, okay, I know
All right.
what you're going through.
I got you.
I know. You know what I mean?
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Ray J,
Yep.
let's start with this.
Love it here. Cigarettes and cigars. Some grown shit.
What do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about the truth.
Okay.
I want to talk about family. I want to talk about lies. I want to talk about perception. I also want to talk about narratives being spent in ways that eventually you have to come out and you have to protect. Not my brand, because I don't give a fuck about my brand, but I have to protect
Sometimes,
myself.
y'all. Sometimes I be thinking, yo, one of the worst things you could have did. Remember that was the saying, yo? One of the worst things you could have did was gave niggas money, man. Sometimes I be thinking that's the case sometimes, y'all. Yo, because money is what's making, it's the motive. You know, money is why all these guys are selling out. And why these guys are choosing to pick self-interest over community. It's a real saying, man. Ain't nobody never heard that saying before? One of the worst things you could have did was gave niggas money. That's why I be feeling like that, yo, because that's why you saying what you saying right now. Like, so many people is willing to sell whatever. They might sell their ass. You hear me? They sell it whatever it is they gotta sell to get the next buck. And it's fucked up, yo. It's fucked up that that's what they resorting to do.
And then protect, I don't want to call it a legacy, but protect whatever this is for my kids when I'm done. So they'll understand, know the truth, it's out, and they're living a great life without having people come around telling them, your dad did this, or your dad, all that shit's done. It's out in the open. Everybody knows what's up. Everybody knows who we all are. And we can continue to just live life and be great parents and just fucking live. Fuck them.
Do you feel like you've been muzzled?
Absolutely. I mean, I've been muzzled, but I've been muzzled crazy.
Yeah, Cat Rick, you know it. Maybe it's a Baltimore thing. I know we say that in Baltimore.
But
I'm with you.
It's funny. When you real serious, bro, it's real funny. I can't take it. I'm sorry.
Take your time.
Thank you. Bro. Oh man, that Woody thing is still in my mind. Okay. Sorry.
Okay. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen.
Sorry, man. It's okay, man. Take your time. I want you to do it. Lean in.
Take your time.
All right, so I'm leaning in. I gotta lean in, and I'm laughing because inside I'm crying. I'm laughing on the outside, but inside I'm.
Most of them is, yo. Yo, when you getting paid to be something opposite of who you are, yo, that shit can't sit right with the soul. Yeah, man, I know a lot of these niggas is soulless. Yo, but eventually it comes a time where the rubber meets the road. It's gonna come a time when all these guys that's willing to take the money is gonna sit back and look at everything they got. They might have mansions, cars, and they gonna look in the mirror and be like, damn, yo, this ain't even me. Yo, you gotta remain true to yourself, man. And what's happening is, yo, these guys and girls are being paid to be somebody opposite of who they are. And no matter how much wealth you accumulate, yo, you still a human, yo, you still got a soul, you still got a mind, you still got a heart. It's gonna come a time, at whatever age, when you look back at that shit and be like, damn, y'all fucking sold out. I sold everybody out. I got a great life, though. You feel me? But I ain't happy. You know? A lot of them motherfuckers will give it all back just to be who they was before the money came.
I'm crushed. I'm crushed. 4 or 5 hours out of the day, bro. Because
What it is.
it's like, yeah, we're fun, and yeah, you might think this, and you might think that, and you might think that. Whatever. We're gonna live life and have a good time. There's parts of the day where the dishonesty and the false image of what this is and what it's always been will always bother me. And
Look,
the absolute.
you gotta listen to them, yo. You know, you gotta read. A lot of the times, you gotta read between the lines.
But inside, I'm crushed. I'm crushed. 4 or 5 hours out of the day, bro. Because it's like, yeah, we're fun, and yeah, you might think this, and you might think that, and you might think that. Whatever. We're gonna live life and have a good time. There's parts of the day where the dishonesty and the false image of what this is and what it's always been will always bother me if the absolute truth about life, love, past, present, and future is not 100% accurate. I don't give a fuck how much money you got. The reason why I'm going so hard and streaming this hard and saying I like fishy pussy and fuck y'all niggas, and because I don't give a fuck, because I don't have to give a fuck. Should I bring more substance to what I'm doing and open up different doors for people to learn different paths on how we've done it so they can be successful for the youth coming up? Yeah, I do want to do that. But there's things that have to be done first in order for us to be taken seriously in that space. And until then, the crash out is real. The crash out is real, and I'm saying it because, like, I'm ready. I'm ready to just let it all out. And a lot of people know what I'm talking about. But, yo,
I know what he's talking about.
now here's my narratives. I'm a murderer. I'm a drug dealer. And I'm a revenge porn, like, revenge. I'm a what is it called? I did revenge porn.
Revenge porn?
Revenge porn.
Like P-O-R-N?
P-O-R-N.
Like, Cam Newton is a fucking clown too.
Revenge porn.
He doing the same thing that Ray J doing. You know what I mean? He ain't doing no different than the same shit Ray J talking about. He's selling out too. All these niggas sellouts, man.
And like something that's completely illegal and somebody should go to jail for it because it's disgusting. Like it's the worst thing you could ever do to somebody, right? That's labeled on me.
Okay.
Forget now. We're talking from the beginning. So if you go all the way till somebody's done and your whole life's over, that's all there in these different stages. And then family after have to deal with that. That's what makes me go crazy. Loving my daughter, loving my son, and knowing how pure they are, how innocent they are, and knowing that this money that comes to you can affect you telling the truth.
You
It
hear
can
that?
affect it.
The money that comes to you can affect you telling the truth. Why, yo? Why they don't want the truth told? Y'all told y'all it is money and ignorance. Yeah, he on some bullshit, Harvard Road. It's money and ignorance, man. As long as they can keep people ignorant, as long as they can run these fake plays and keep people entranced in the plays, you ain't paying attention with the real shit that's going on. Ain't no money in enlightening the people. That's why Dr. Umar Johnson a fraud. He made too much money trying to enlighten. That ain't real. They're not going to allow that. The system is not going to allow that. They're going to shut you down. If Umar Johnson was organic, they'd have shut him down. Like how they be shutting me down. You know what I mean? y'all, I done had at least 4 or 5 lives cut off just by being real. Cut my live off last night.
Because honestly, 200 million, you're not going to be quiet? I mean, you know, 20, 30, 40, 50.
He caught himself. Yo, they offered that man 200 million to sell out. But the issue that Ray J is facing is the games that he's running online is affecting his family. It's affecting his relationship with his sister. Look how he caught himself.
Something that's completely illegal and somebody should go to jail for it because it's disgusting. Like it's the worst thing you could ever do to somebody, right?
They probably do.
That's
Dr.
labeled on me.
Okay.
Forget now. We're talking from the beginning. So if you go all the way till somebody's done and your whole life's over, that's all there in these different stages. And then family after.
Yo, watch what he say 200 million and then caught himself. It said 20 million, 30 million. Yo, they offered this man $200 million to keep pushing nonsense.
Have to deal with that.
They already paying him. I guess the 200 million, that was the re-up. He said he turned it down. That's what he said.
That's what makes me go crazy. Loving my daughter, loving my son, and knowing how pure they are, how innocent they are, and knowing that this money that comes to you can affect you telling the truth. It could affect it. Because honestly, 200 million, you're not going to be quiet? I mean, you know, 20, 30, 40,
Look.
50, 60. How much is the truth worth? It's priceless. But money does a lot of fucking things, bro. It does things to people. And then you get to a point where you get so much money, it doesn't matter. And that's when you go, I know what I'm supposed to do. That's where I'm at.
Okay, so this is what, and I owe a service because, like I said, I really love talking to people for, it may sound cuckoo, but I'm really curious. And then on the other hand, I owe a service to the audience that's really wondering, like, bro, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about dirty fucking cunt devil bitches trying to take niggas out by creating shit that's not true for their own benefit and gain. Meaning,
Yo, niggas can say what they want about Ray J, but he's telling the truth right here. I've been telling y'all for at least 2 years now that's been going on. I see it. I'm on the internet. You know what I mean? I got a following. I get numbers. I see what's going on, yo. When you start being too truthful, they slow you down, man. They slow you down. So what the average person does is back away from it. The average person that's being truthful, that came out truthful on the internet, once they see that, yo, ain't really no money in this. You know, ain't really no growth in this. I mean, you can grow, but it's going to take longer than the No Jumper platform. Yeah, man, it's going to take longer than King Pill or fuck the boy name is that blew his hand off. The guy that blew his hand off. You know, they gonna get there much faster. Charleston White, 607 on. Because for one, it's not just that they're entertaining, they're being pushed. The algorithm is pushing it. When you being real, algorithm ain't gonna push you. It's all up to the people. That's why I say you got to share the live. You feel me? Because at the Our Lives In, algorithm ain't pushing that shit. That shit ain't sharing it. Nobody. It barely even shared with my subscribers. You feel me? So it's money in selling out, and a lot of these people is taking it. A lot of these people is taking the bag. What's up, Nikki? How you feeling? And Ray J is telling the truth. It's some people behind the scenes that's paying these guys handsomely to push ignorance. Yo, 607 on. Yo, what does he do? Like, yo, what does 607 on do? All he does is talk nonsense. Umar Johnson, scam artist. Charleston White, certified rat. Do anything. Say attention seeker, clout chaser. None of these people are adding any value, but they all get millions of views monthly. Not adding no value to the community.
RICO, meaning fraud, families. Like, okay, just go with Whitney. I love Whitney. I was with Whitney every fucking day. She was one of the most important people to me. Niggas is saying that I was in the room when she died. Bro, that's the biggest cap I've ever heard. I've heard it since the beginning. But when you know the truth, why do you have to jump out there and try to tell it to everybody? So I didn't care about what people were saying at first.
But I think it's important that you use this platform, because one of the things that I was going to hit on is, number one, you mentioned murder, right?
That's, if you look on all my comments,
yes,
every time I go live, anything, you kill Whitney.
Okay.
That happens in spam.
Now speak your truth on that.
Here's the truth. Just, it's not my truth. It's just certain times when narratives are going to the moon, that's not true. Everybody has you have to go and you have to shut certain things down.
Right.
The way they made that scene is so haunting to me. Here's why. I wasn't even there. I was nowhere around.
Where were you?
I was in San Diego doing a show.
Okay.
The Clive Davis event was the next day. We were going to go there together. And we were going to fucking really make the announcement that, like, you know what I'm saying?
So y'all had a real relationship.
1,000%, bro.
The real emotions.
Bro, that was my people, bro.
So
that's how to risk. Like, I barely speak on Whitney. She's Whitney Houston.
Yes.
That's Whitney Houston, but she's Whitney to me, right? And it's to me, it's just so distasteful for somebody to tell somebody something that the other person can't respond to.
Right.
To me, it's unfair. So I've always just never said nothing. But now that this shit's going everywhere, like, bro, it's just fucking hurtful, bro. Like, when I got back to the hotel, they did not let me up at first. until everything was cleared and it was just the family. That's when I was able to go upstairs and see the family. This is you talking like late at night. When I pull up, I got my shoes. I'm ready to go to the event. I just talked to her on the phone. She's not there no more. It's over. Like, and Ray, who is her bodyguard, he found her. And he called me. CNN says Ray J found her. And then 10 minutes later, like, oh no, Ray her bodyguard. That shit's 10 minutes later, bro. You get what I'm saying? And so,
there's a innocence with jumping to conclusion, and you can kind of see why. Obviously, there's similarities in names, but that was not you.
I was nowhere to be found.
Right.
And I hate talking about it because I got so much love for her. I've never seen her in that state.
Yeah.
They never. So to make me that person when I wasn't even there, and then to put murderer on top of that, but I just solely just got away with it.
Mm-hmm. But I think something that you shared with me that I think is important, right? Especially with this, to give perspective. Did you guys do drugs?
I've never done one drug with Whitney. And then when niggas ask me, did Whitney do drugs? I mean, you don't gotta, there's certain things you can ask me, and I'll tell you about me. But you don't gotta ask the other question.
I believe it's true. I don't think he's lying, Nikki. I believe him. I believe him. I don't think he's so. I mean, he gonna speak about it. I think Ray J, he play a lot of games, but I think at least in this little section when he talking about the media and how they spin narratives and how you being paid to sell out, I believe him, man.
Me. Everybody knows certain answers. I could tell you about me. Like, I was so fucked up after that shit happened. I tried hard drugs for the first time after this shit happened. Because I was just like,
yeah, it's hard to believe because you play a lot of games.
Totally like,
I get it.
In awe of it.
Did you ever witness her doing drugs?
Whitney?
Yes.
I don't want to talk about that because then it's like, I can never put it like this. I'm way younger, bro.
Mm-hmm.
She's in control, bro. She's Whitney. She's a boss. And so to make me the big dog, I'm not that.
I believe right now he's telling the truth because it's affecting his relationship with his family. The money that he's being paid to sell out is fracturing his relationship with his sister. Like that's been documented. Like they ain't talking, they ain't speaking. His family upset with him. So I think in that sense, it get to a point where you just like, man, I gotta make a decision. It's either I'm gonna choose this bag or I'm gonna choose my family. And I think he probably stuck between that decision right now. So I do believe that at least in this, I don't know about the whole interview, but within the last 15, maybe 20 minutes we've been watching this, I think he's telling the truth.
Big dog, bro. I'm the little nigga, bro. I'm the little homie.
But can I preface this too, though? And I don't want to be disrespectful to nobody here. I'm literally trying to see what you're comfortable with talking about.
I told you I'm good, bro.
To give perspective and just understand.
I'm down to talk about anything.
All right, well, how did you guys even meet? Like, take us through the good time, right? Like,
it was nothing but good times.
Yeah.
It was nothing.
So how did the Whitney and Ray J thing become a thing?
Because it just cause we just started bonding, bro, like in Miami. But Whitney was Brandy's idol. That's all Brandy listened to. She fucking worshiped Whitney. She loved her and she emulated everything around her. You know what I'm saying? So I like Whitney too. Then I felt the same way, just different. Then when I seen her, I went there. And that's how it happened. And then we was locked in for a long time, bro. And so...
Did the public know about it?
They knew about it for sure. They saw us everywhere. But we was going to make it
kind of, sort of, Big Low. What the fuck happened?
The night she passed, bro. So, we didn't get a chance to. And I was on my way back and just never saw her again, bro. And then like, now you wake up to like Like, I did that? All right, my nigga. Just let it go until it just keep going. Then you watching the Diddy trial. And then the lady's like, yo, so you had a drug dealer. Now I'm just watching like everybody else, reading the manuscript. Ray J was your drug dealer, huh? Was Ray J your drug dealer? Just pick my name out the fucking raffle with no substance or nothing to it.
Yeah, they was dead wrong for that.
The girl on the stand, I don't even know her name. She was confused. Everybody was confused. When that court let out, is when all this shit with Whitney came back. Now Ray J's a drug dealer. I tried to go to a couple of award shows, respectful award shows, bro. They didn't even let me in, bro. And the security didn't want to tell me, so they was like telling my people, and they didn't want to look me in the eye as if I was gonna do something or tweak out,
Crash out.
on everybody. And I'm like, is that who I am? Wow. That's who we are.
So, just so we're on the same page, have you ever sold drugs to Diddy?
Sold drugs?
It's a question that was posed to...
Absolutely not. I sold drugs, period. I've never sold any drugs. Why would I have to do that?
Okay.
It's like the fact that you have to ask me that, and you're doing you. You're supposed to ask me that. Just like when I asked my assistant, I'm like, what do you think about what happened or what you heard? They don't tell me he was in the room, right? And then I'm like, really? Because I never even talked to them about it. I'm just trying to get people's perspective of what was created. So did I ever sell drugs?
That was a wild ass question, bro.
Fuck no. I've never sold drugs, period. Why would I sell drugs? Like, why would I be a drug dealer? How did I become a drug dealer? To me, it's just like, I think about that and I chuckle,
that's probably more than like
and I go, you know what? Fuck it. Pablo Escobar, nigga. Where the bricks at, nigga? Bring the security. Like, I'll troll it. Mm-hmm. I'll troll the fuck out of it.
But that's a defense mechanism.
No, it's not a defense mechanism because it's not true. It's just, since y'all motherfuckers want a story, I can give you stories. Here's how algorithms work.
Listen to him.
Here's how algorithms work.
This is what I really... Listen to how he explained how algorithms work. How they're giving people stories. Like this Whack 100, because that's what we was talking about before we went back to this. This Whack 100 getting arrested and no jump indictment. Yo, they're giving people stories. They're not real stories, man.
I got 9 platforms. The worse it gets, the better it gets for us, impression-wise, algorithm-wise, profit-wise, everything. So the worse I get, the more money I can make.
Look.
For free. I don't have to pay anybody for an ad. All I gotta do is fucking crash. All I gotta do is be going downward. Fucking up, losing your career, frustrated. You're going down. And they'll post you every fucking day. That's why you see me.
And they'll pay you handsomely. That's why you getting all this. That's why you get all this cornery and buffoonery online. Cause that's the concept. That's the business model. All you gotta do is crash. You're gonna keep the money coming though. You're gonna make a lot of money while you're losing everything. Sounds crazy, but that's really what's going on.
Being posted every day. You don't see me being posted with the stuff we do downtown for Skid Row, or you don't see me with all the humanitarian stuff we do for our Norwood Kids Foundation. None of that shit. Because you have to pay for that. So I found another way.
Hey, Joseph, I don't know what the fuck you talking about, bitch.
Even though they may think you're crashing, but you're in control.
Control is not even a question. We're beyond control. We're drawing it up and projecting it 2 years down the line. The problem is, during this process,
that's what they all doing, bro. That's what I'm trying. That's the whole point of we even went to this video, to show y'all that this is what's going on the internet. So when you see the clownery and the buffoonery, just know that's why. It's some people, more than likely they're not of the community, that's paying black people to crash, to push ignorance, to be clowns, to be characters, to push nonsense. That's what's going on, y'all.
Stories like this, and there's other stories that affect me personally, emotionally, and where because there's good and evil. So the good is like, yo, you're good, and this is bothering you because you're good, and they're making you evil. I could play evil, but then you start saying shit about something I did to Whitney, which is crazy, and it hurts me. And I just had to come out and say it because, you know, you could go on like, I don't know if Diane Sawyer is still living, but, or what's the lady from, what's Oprah's friend? You know, you would do this fucking, like, they'll want to go there with it. It's not that serious. It's like, I'm gonna tell Ken the shit. Cause I need to fucking just clean the slate, bro. Like, I was not even there. So, with that being said, how much defamation has been done? How many blogs that's watching this should take that shit down today, or tomorrow y'all gonna have to pay me,
Or
right?
to apologize.
I mean, yeah, to really apologize. It's like, how would I be able to do that? And just stroll up on out of there and go home. Like, if you really do the math, you already know it's bullshit. But you don't even try to. You just believe. And with that being said, 9 times out of 10, I never respond because it's like, let that shit go. There's a few things that have like wings, and then they start going, and then everybody's calling like, yo, you got to put that to bed. And so I just had to say it, bro. Like, I never ever wanted to talk about that. Like, nobody was ever supposed to have that conversation with me because it's just so sacred.
Yeah.
And somebody's not here anymore. But I gotta defend myself, and for my daughter and for my son that'll read on this, that they're the only 2 people that matter. They matter about how they look at me, but then how the world is telling them about me. That matters to me. So the world, eventually, my son is 5 and my daughter's 7. The world's gonna tell them about me too. If I can't lay it all out before my daughter's like 9, or like I got like a year and a half for it all to be done, because my daughter's gonna start understanding it all. This can't be. All these narratives have to be shut down when my daughter gets to that age, so she can just comfortably just, you know what I'm saying, live life. And when she sees the enemies or the other side, their families, kids and shit, they're not gonna be able to say no and foster.
When you're referring to the enemies,
Yeah.
who are
Enemies are people that have created like stories like the thing with Whitney.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, Joseph.
Those people.
Okay.
Or the revenge porn people.
Do you care to speak specific, because I'm
No.
trying to follow.
Well, I think so. Revenge
See,
porn.
that's the shit that pissed me off, yo. Like, even when they do have these conferences, man, put names on these people, man. So he's still trying to make sure he's still open to receive more payment. You know what I mean? Like, yo, if you're gonna be honest, be honest. Who are these people? Who is paying you to crash out, Ray J? Who is paying you to push nonsense, Ray J? We already, well, a lot of people don't know what's going on. I know what's going on. But just saying that it's going on isn't enough. Who the fuck are these people?
No, I don't even know what that even means.
Come on, Cam. Cam, you're being a good journalist now.
Bro, I didn't go to school for journalism.
No, I know, but you haven't.
For sociology.
Oh,
And
that's even more.
So for
That's
me,
even more advanced.
For I'm not playing this game. Like, bro, I
You know
really
what revenge porn is.
I do. I swear, I know what porn is. But all in all, it's
playing
like,
stupid and shit.
huh?
Do you watch porn?
That would have pissed me off.
Yeah,
He's like, it's not about me, right?
yeah. But real talk. If we
I don't watch porn.
Okay.
I don't watch porn at all.
Do you
I
make
haven't watched a porno in fucking maybe 5 to 10
Do you make it?
Do I make porn?
Yeah.
Did I make a porn? I never made a porn in my life.
Okay.
That's what it is. It might be. You know, he said he part
I
of
never
the,
made a porn in my life.
whatever
I
fuck
did
it's
a
called.
tape
I'm
with
ready
somebody
to
I
write
liked.
this story, y'all.
And then they did what they did. But I've never made a porno. I'm not a porno star. Even though I probably got the biggest tape out. I'm not a porno star. But if I go to the AVN Awards, they're like, welcome home.
Can I ask you a question? Oh. Here we go. Just for,
See, I always
for,
find humor in the disasters that I go through. It's refreshing.
Revenge porn. Revealing or sexual explicit images or videos of a person posted on the internet, typically by a former sexual partner, without the consent of the subject, and in order to cause them distress or embarrassment. You were accused of that.
Was I?
I'm asking you. I don't know.
No, I mean, because maybe you didn't hear about it.
I did not. That's what I'm
Okay.
bro.
Okay.
Let me tell you something.
I wasn't accused. I don't know what I was. I just know that that's what it is.
Okay. So with the tape that was out there,
Did you see it?
yes, definitely did. Not even gonna lie. But I wasn't looking for you.
Nobody was.
Oh, hello.
That's why if I go outside right now, they might not know me. Let me go outside and pull my pants down. Everybody's gonna start screaming.
No.
Because
See,
my
I
dick's
wouldn't know
bigger
that.
than me.
No. See, I
My
wouldn't.
dick's bigger than me.
Yeah.
That's not okay.
Yeah. But I wasn't paying attention.
No, I get that, but I'm just saying.
Just keeping it funky, bro.
No,
bro. I didn't even know.
What I do? I'm a journalist.
telling you.
I'm a journalist. So see,
That's
but I like here. I like this.
I love it.
I'm on my third
Bro,
cigarette. Maybe.
Listen, who benefited more from the tape?
Let me tell you something. That was probably the worst thing that's ever happened to me. If you look from then till now, it's the worst thing that's ever been put on my name. It's the most disgusting, the most illegal, and the most distasteful when you have a daughter. So when you're 20 and you just don't give a fuck, you're like, you know what I'm saying? Fuck the world. Y'all don't want to fuck me. Fuck y'all. I'm going to fuck you. I'm going to fuck your mom. I'm going to fuck everybody in a year. I'm fucking everybody. And then you fast forward to now where you're the bad guy. And now there's victims and I'm the aggressor or whatever it's called. And then we can't work in the industry no more. We can't do Dancing with the Stars and America's Got Talent, all those Dina Cat shows that they bring me on. Somebody makes a call and then they say, Ray, we can't have you on, but keep the money. Wow. That's way over everybody's head. There's nothing I was able to do in the music industry. I mean, not in entertainment when that shit happened. Nothing. Ratchet reality shows is what we came up with, which is coloring outside the line. Electric transportation, coloring outside the line. And hardware earbuds. That's all out of the line. You can't call my partners in Hong Kong and Korea. Sorry. You tried, but you can't. You got me. You got my office. You attempted plenty of times.
It got redirected back to you.
What? I mean, because a lot of times people think that when you have companies, you really don't. A lot of times when I'm telling people, like, I started a company from the ground up and I sold it, like my scooter company, I sold to a company called Loopshare in Canada. I think if they're still in business, I think the stock ticker is LPPPF. These niggas don't know about stock tickers, bro. They don't know about EBITDA numbers. They don't know anything else that we know when you're building it from the ground up and you're 100% bootstrap. What does that mean? Only business people can understand those terms. And so I can be like ratchet all day and all of that. But when we talking business, it's all controlled. So we were able to survive the industry over here. What would that look like if we wasn't blackballed? If Raycon did 400 million in revenue and I made 90 million a year for 4 years until we started to grow and then just sold all my shares so I can have the liquidity to invest in the next wave of the future, how much would I have? You know what I'm saying? How much does that look like? Because we did a stellar fucking job surviving to the point where it doesn't matter what anybody in the industry thinks or says. I don't give a fuck if you're the biggest music exec, A&R exec. Every time I see people in the music industry, I don't even speak to the big dogs because I don't have to. Because I don't like them. And I don't like anybody in the industry, really. And I hate basketball players. They always DMing our bitches. When they bored. But, and that's being petty. But other than that, like, what does that look like, bro? Why are we still here? There's some reason why we're still, like, I'm sitting talking to you. I don't know. Are you going to talk to Chris Humphries and Reggie Bush and everybody too? Are they on the list? Because I don't know where those motherfuckers are. But if wherever they are, I wanna hug them.
Have you ever talked to them?
I've never seen them. I want to hug them, though. I want to sit down and fuck with them.
What would that discussion look like?
I just want to know how they feel. I mean, what are you doing? You know, are you going through anything? Are you like feeling like some kind of anxiety? Because I don't, only anxiety I feel is like, yo, it's so simple. Just tell niggas what happened and I can walk away. That's all you gotta do. And I'm talking to the family. Just tell niggas what happened. I don't want no money or nothing. Keep your money. Just tell niggas, man, so my daughter's good. This one, like, if you run a commercial for this, you're your own boss. You'll see. You'll be like, man, I do what I want to do. They're coming.
Who's coming?
The syndicate's coming, and the assassins are coming, and niggas that are gonna do anything they can to protect a certain billion-dollar brand.
Yo, everybody know what happened with the oh man, broke the bitch. Everybody know what happened with that tape, man. The mother put the tape out, man. Yeah, man. The mother put the tape out, and when he was referring to Reggie Bush and Chris Humphrey, he was talking about the fact that it seems like anybody that deal with these women, shit go left. You know what I mean? We ain't heard from Reggie Bush. I think he's doing sports commentating. Where the fuck Chris Humphrey's at? Lamar Odom then crashed out and did a whole bunch of weird ass shit. What's up,
That's
Frank?
a lot of money that's affected.
You say he
I can
gay
call
trapped.
niggas and watch
What the
right
fuck
now.
that mean?
And somebody can come and slice a nigga's legs up for $3,500 probably. That does, you know, random shit. Who's just a bad person.
Okay, bro. All right.
And again, I'm in contracts with these motherfuckers. Like, I don't supposed to say none of this. And I'm not in contracts for that. I'm in contracts for what I'm doing now. To shut.
You see what I'm saying? This, yo, I hope y'all understand why I'm playing this. I'm not playing this for none of the gossip or none of that shit. I'm playing this to show y'all what's going on in social media and why. These guys is being paid to sell out. They're being paid to sell out handsomely. Millions. Multi-million dollar deals, man.
Shut the fuck up and be quiet. Shut the fuck up. You know what it is. Here, be quiet. No, nigga, here. Fuck your money, nigga. And that's where I'm at today.
Okay. Now, the previous question was, who benefited more? I'm asking.
Who do you think? I mean, you know the answer to that. That's not. That's
Yeah, but I can't assume though, bro.
You can, but here's what I want. Here's what I want us to be able to do. I want us to be able to know, like, there's certain things there's certain answers you know.
Okay.
You know who benefited more.
Yes.
Like, I mean, you know.
But when you use names and refrain from using other names, where you're like, yo, Chris Humphreys, like, yo, Reggie Bush, that's very descriptive, and there's not a lot of people who've dated.
Because Reggie Bush and Chris Humphreys aren't gonna come kill me.
That's cool. But there's a line in a rap that says, I bet me and Ray J will be friends if we ain't love the same chick.
Bitch.
The only thing is,
Chick, he said bitch.
yeah, I'm trying to refrain from.
Oh, you don't do curse on here?
No.
Sorry.
That's just.
Oh yeah, you're just a good person.
I'm trying.
You're a role model, bro.
I'm not.
I think so.
Trust me.
He definitely not a role model.
I think you're a role model.
Yeah, but have you talked to Kanye?
I've talked to Kanye plenty of times. I mean, I've been with Ye. Pause. Oh, whoa. I was gay as fuck. Shout out to the gay agency. Yeah, no.
Yo, who the fuck is the gay agency, yo? Like, yo, this nigga is crazy. I'm done with y'all. I don't know who the fuck the gay agency is. He shouts them out often. Maybe that's the people that's paying him. But the reason I was showing y'all this is because right now they got this narrative being ran that Whack 100 is going to jail. And I think it's fugazi. I think Whack 100 working with them people. Whack 100 got immunity. He ain't going to jail for nothing. I mean, if Whack 100 was going to jail, he went to jail years ago for the guns he got caught with and got away with.
He from like Hawthorne, Crip,
Yeah, he informant.
something I don't know. 11-8 Hawthorne, I don't know. Even something I ain't never heard of, right? But from a gang, it's against the law to do gang activity. Williams' background and gang affiliation. This is even wilder. This dude Jay Reed is crazy. Williams is a
Yeah,
rapper and music
that's
producer.
why
Williams
they
admitted
that's why they be slowing my channel down, running warrior. You feel me? But I don't give a fuck. I can't conform, yo. You know what I mean? I can't conform. I won't conform. This is gonna be me till the end of time till they kick me off of YouTube. But I don't do nothing to get kicked off. But I can't do it, yo. It go against what I stand for, man. Like, yo, you can't offer me no money, yo, to push bullshit and to sell out. I won't take it. I promise you I won't take it. I could be broke and won't take it, yo. Ain't nothing worth compromising your motherfucking integrity for, man. It ain't worth it. Because at the end of the day, yo, like I said, with all the money you accumulated, you got to be able to live with your decision making as well. And that's why they say a lot of the rich, more people rich commit suicide than poor. You know, because a lot of these people do strange things. They step on people. They burn bridges. They cross people that don't need to be crossed just to get to the next level. And then when they get to that level, they sit back and be like, damn, I'm a fucked up human being. But I wasn't always this way. I used to be an honorable guy. Yeah, man, I used to be a stand. I used to give people my word and they believed it. Now, these motherfuckers don't need to trust me. But I'm rich though. But I ain't got a relationship with my kids. This shit fractured relationship with my mother. I'm rich on the island with all this money and I ain't got nobody to spend it with.
admitted to being a member of A-Trays
Yeah,
before
whack the
eventually
police.
becoming a member of the Rolling 60 Crips.
So he's reading
doing
this
the social
so-called
media
paperwork. He's reading this so-called paperwork that's alleging that him and Adam 22 is supposed to get caught up in the indictment, which, in my opinion, I don't think it's ever going to happen.
Interview on January 30th, 2024. I remember Lou saying he lived in the A-Trays as a kid. I've never heard him say he was from A-Tray. The A-Tray Gangster Crips, ETGCs, are known as A-Tray Gangster Crips or A-Tray Gangster Crips, are a primary African-American street gang located on the west side of South Los Angeles, formerly known as South Central Los Angeles. Damn, Jay Reed, I thought you was a left-mate gangster crip, but you putting the light on them for. They ain't got nothing to do with loose cannon. The Rolling 60s neighborhood Crips, also known as the Rich Rolling 60s, are a large primary African-American street gang located on the west side of South Los Angeles, formerly known as South Central Los Angeles. The Rolling 60 neighborhood Crips and the A-Tray Crips were close allies and often fought rival gangs side by side until the mid-80s. Now, I think 1979, that kind of separated, but whatever. The A-Tray Gangster Crips are known to be one of the most violent street gangs in all of Los Angeles County. Both the A-Tray Gangster Crips and Rolling 60 Neighborhood Crips are a criminal street gang as defined in 186.22 PC. Jay Reed, you know when you make police reports, you gotta tell the truth about things, my brother. But let's get to it. Grand Mason background. Grand Mason is a host of No Jumper podcast. The podcast focuses on interviews with underground mainstream hip-hop artists and pop culture-orientated guests of different careers and backgrounds.
Do anybody reputable have this paperwork? Anybody reputable, anybody outside of their inner circle have this paperwork? Have anybody seen it? I ain't talking about no Compton, Rip Rock, or none of them other guys. No 600. I'm talking about somebody. Have ODM Slim covered this? Do he have the paperwork? Fuck covering it. Do he have the paperwork?
Mason has hosted numerous admitted Bloods and Crips. Grand Mason has hosted numerous admitted Bloods and Crips, to include subsects gang members on his show, some of which have become violent against Grand Mason or other people present at the podcast studio doing interviews. So he then went and told the Burbank Police Department that Adam...
It's not real. Yo, this goes into what Ray J was just talking about. They make stories. They make stories, man. This is another story being made to push more ignorance, to push more nonsense. It's not real.
Interviews Crips and Bloods and lets them on his show, let them work in his building. And he said that these people have become violent against other people. Graham Mason and Jones hosted another podcast together called The Adam and Wax Show, which appears to be associated with No Jumper Podcast. On this podcast, the two discuss current events, topics pertaining to the people in the entertainment industry. Probably the closest to the truth he done told. Victim statement, Jay Reed. Reed stated that he has known Jones and Williams for approximately 3 months and has been working on a network. Now let's stop right there. Jay Reed, you forgot you went on Rick Rock's podcast and told the world that you and Loose Cannon go back 10, 15 years. Y'all was locked up.
Now, Compton Rick Rock is all part of this play as well. Compton Rick Rock, Whack 100, 600, Adam 22. All these motherfuckers are part of this little circle that they got. There might be some more of them. Start with boy name. The one that's on No Jumping Now.
Together in San Bernardino County? Come on, man. Like, what you doing to yourself? And I've been working on a network deal to get them and Graham Mason their own show called The Exposers. This Negro got imagination. On a platform called Dosh Network that Reed is associated with. The Dosh Network is a new streaming platform that launches in January 2023 that claims to display an array of talented stars and creators on the web and provides the popular digital content and innovative business model that caters to its audience. Reed went to the location for the meeting and was not there to be on the No Jumper podcast.
Oh, he ain't no unk, yo.
Whoa.
He's not unk. And we gotta be careful, yo, throwing that unk word around. He's a fuck boy, police officer. He's a motherfucking agent of chaos. That's what he is. He's COINTELPRO. He ain't no motherfucking unk. And he ain't going to jail either. It's a
First of all, The Exposers is not a TV show. Second of all,
oh yeah, that's how I know it's fake. YG. So you saying the paperwork? Who got the paperwork? YG, YGA. Who got the paperwork? What platform got it?
About you, Loose Cannon ain't even a partner with Dosh. You say you came down there December 26th for a meeting. My contracts with Dosh was signed at the top of November, almost a month prior to. I don't know who called you down there, how you got there, how you got the address to get there.
Oh yeah, he part of the play. He part of that circle too. Yeah, he part of that circle too. I figured there had to have been somebody on that team.
But I guess we'll get to that. Reed arrived at the above location with his friend Marciano.
Like, yo, they're creating YouTubers. Yo, so this is what been going on, y'all. Like, I've been telling y'all this for a while, but it's always new people. Yo, they're creating YouTubers. Like, these guys that's coming up, they're not putting in the work. I got 1,800 videos. You understand what I'm saying? I got 1,800 videos. These guys that's being propped up and get put on every platform, yo, they don't have no body of work to even be on that level that they on. They're getting put there. I mean, they've been jumped over the line and put in these positions because they with the fuckery. They can be controlled. They can be manipulated. They puppets. They puppets, man. Like, they didn't do nothing to deserve these spots. But as long as they put them on these spots, the people that deserve to be in them spots will never get there. That's why I don't support the fuck shit. Like, I don't watch these niggas. You feel me? Like, only time I watch these is when I watch them with y'all when we just talking about them and laughing at them and joking on them because they clowns. But on my day-to-day, I don't watch this shit. I don't watch fucking, what the fuck? I can't get nothing from Whack 100. You feel me? Big Hobie CC, Charleston White, and all the rest of the circus. Like, I don't get nothing from them niggas. Them niggas not funny to me because I know what they doing. Then once I know that you sold out, ain't nothing you do to me is funny. You sold out, bro. You's a bitch. You feel me? Like, that's all you gonna ever be. All of them. Can't be you can't move outside of that line, outside of them lines with me.
Approximately 7 o'clock. Now, if you watch the No Jumper show that starts at 5 o'clock, you always see at about 6:37, Adam says, I have to get home to my kid. It's been like that for 2 years. So there's no way you came down there to do a podcast interview.
Yo, and then to sit back and knowing millions of people was gonna watch this, and with a straight face, like yo, that's why these guys, yo, can't, like I always say, can't anybody just do this. You sit back with a straight face and reading false paperwork that more than likely was created by you and your team, and running it so other people can pick it up. Like yo, that's fucked up, man. Meanwhile, you lying, and there ain't nothing real about it.
Have a meeting with me and Adam, knowing that this man vacates the building 6:45-7. He was outside of the building in the breezeway, I guess that's the alleyway, for approximately 2 to 3 minutes before entering the studio. Now that I remember.
Now this is an attempt. What this is, yo, is an attempt from Whack 100 to distance himself away from being a police officer. That's all this is. You know, everybody's calling them police. This is an attempt to say, well, shit, I was under investigation too. No, bitch, this shit ain't real, nigga. You still the police. You feel me? Like, the police ain't really into investigating their own. I mean, it's very seldom you see police arrest police. They got to do something wildly outrageous to get arrested. And he ain't done that yet, to our knowledge. That whole fight was set up to get Loose Cannon in jail. That's what that was. Wack was in on it. That whole fight was designed because Wack 100 knew that it was a Rico coming down on Big U, and Loose Cannon was involved. This was just a way to get Loose Cannon more involved. You know, to close the door on him. Oh yeah. So you said the address on the paperwork is next door to Reggie Wright Jr. Man, come on, man. I can't believe people running with this shit. I knew it was fake when I seen it. I didn't have to listen to the paperwork. I know the nigga the police. He ain't going to jail. So all that narrative or whack, that shit ain't happening. It ain't happening. I believe it when I see it.
Two people walk in the studio. I didn't know who the hell it was. And I immediately said, hey, building's closed. We out of here. Everybody gotta leave. Upon entering the studio, Jay Reed noticed the podcast came to an end. You didn't notice that because you never seen us in the podcast room. And people inside, to include Jones and Williams, were walking back out to the alleyway, the breezeway. Oh, I'm glad you remember that. I don't even know
Yo,
how
if
to
you're new
do
to the
it.
channel, make sure y'all subscribe, man. Make sure you hit that like button.
I got buzzed. Maybe Donnie or somebody was going out to their vehicle, but I do remember we was clearing the building. Reed noticed about 15 people exit the building into the breezeway as well. Once he was outside, Reed began speaking with Jones and Williams briefly about the Dash network. As Jones showed Reed something on his phone, Williams suddenly struck Reed straight onto the bridge of his nose. The force of the strike caused Reed to fall to the ground, landing on his back. Well, you're forgetting a big old part in there. Before I came out, I got a call from Adam telling me there's two people in the back. And was I expecting company? I told him no, all my people here with me. Same people always here with me. Luce had a bunch of people. I thought it was maybe his people. Told him to go out and check. So you and Luce was already out there having a conversation. Your good old friend that you've been knowing 10, 15 years back from San Bernardino County Jail. Remember you went on Rick Rock show and this what you said. I learned that from there.
Siobhan, what's up, baby?
Great
Now
ideas
we
can
do
come from
exposing the
anywhere
fuckery.
with Wix.
We ready to get on Umar Johnson Hills, man. Don't forget, yo, you can't spell donation. You can't spell nation, donation without nation, man. Y'all gotta remember that's the word of the day. You feel me? Umar Johnson is building a donation of people.
At this point, Reed was lost. Reed was lost of consciousness for an unknown amount of time, but continued in and out of
Brand name.
consciousness throughout the duration of the incident. At some point, Reed saw that Williams had a firearm, which he thought he saw Williams retrieve from the front pocket of his hooded sweater. He described the firearm as a pistol and believed it was possibly
Straight up,
silver in
JB.
color.
And
However,
donation
he
without
was
donations,
unsure
man.
of the exact color, as he had trouble recollecting certain details due to the loss of consciousness. Reed mentioned he remembered being struck and kicked across his entire body by Williams and multiple other suspects, and even recalled being pistol whipped, struck with the firearm in the face by Williams several times. Reed did not know who the other suspects were or how many times each person struck or kicked him. He only recognized Williams and Jones. Well, I never touched you. Don't know you to touch you, ain't got a reason to touch you. Thank God for the stupidity of old Loose Cannon. The video shows that. Reed sustained multiple lacerations on his nose, head, neck, and face. He mentioned that he had bruising, swelling, redness,
It might be.
and had suffered from several headaches and loss of vision following the incident on December 29, 2024. Reed went to the Martin Luther King Jr. Community Hospital. That's 3 days later. Well, Loose Cannon got action there. You went 3 days later. Who's to say you didn't leave there, get your ass whooped somewhere else?
I bet she's on video. I guess I know the nigga just talking, man.
He's 6 feet tall and 200 pounds. Reed could not recall the clothing Williams was wearing at the time of the incident, but described him as bald. Oh, that's crazy. Reed stated he would recognize Williams and Jones if he were to see them again. However, he would not be able to recognize the other suspects due to his loss of consciousness and how fast the incident occurred. Reed stated he was delirious and he seeks prosecution against Williams if he was able to locate and was prosecuted against the others involved suspects if they were to be identified. So he says he only knows one person that beat him, which is Williams. He don't know who the other people are. He couldn't even give a description. And he said he will prosecute Williams, and if the other people are described, he don't have a problem prosecuting them. Reed stated that the friend that went to the location with him, Marciano, was also assaulted during the same incident. However, Marciano did not want to file a police report. Marciano, the other dude that everybody thought was me getting beat. So this situation, they don't know if I'm involved, I'm getting beat. They just got me. I'm going to show you a little clip, but you have to really, really understand Sharice and Luce are on top of that, close to the breezeway. So this is the alleyway they describe it. We canvassed the breezeway and found multiple locations with blood spatter, which matched the area where Reed was being assaulted in the video. We observed blood on the northeast wall, ground in the breezeway, as well as by the garage door. There was additional blood located the entire route of Reed's escape. where he was stumbling away. I mean, it was blood drops, I guess. On the southwest wall of the window, a breezeway into the point he reached the sidewalk, relocated, where Reed was seen lying on the ground for the majority of the video, as well as used cigarette butts, a piece of a marijuana joint near the wall. I collect them. Was this nigga trying to hit the bud or something? What the hell? I collected both of these items. Maybe it fell out of his pocket, man. I don't know. I collected both of these items using black gloves and placed them into the individual brown paper bag, sealing them with evidence tape. I later booked the above items in the evidence. I took pictures of the scene, and Officer Caldwell took a video
Yeah, you right. They sure the fuck did.
walkthrough of the crime scene from the front
Yeah, you
area
right
to the
about that.
location.
That's
I
we ain't
later
heard nothing
uploaded the
about that.
pictures and videos to evidence. Follow-up, Williams' response to viral video. Officer Caldwell discovered a social media video to YouTube, which was posted by Williams on official page Sharice and Loose Cannon Show, labeled "The Truth on What Happened at No Jumper" with me and Whack 100. Footage exposed. The video is 7 minutes and 12 seconds long. And in the video, Williams refers to the incident with Reed and posts a short clip of the end of it. This nigga put this shit on Sharice's channel. Whoa, this channel right here, diabolical.
Man, I'm done with this nigga. That shit not real, y'all. It's fake news, man. Now, before we get into Dr. Umar Johnson, you gotta make sure you hit the cash app, man. Before we get to talk about Umar in celebration of Umar Johnson, you gotta hit the cash app. Hit the cash app, brothers and sisters. So
See this house in Texas?
they say Umar Johnson was in South Africa talking bad about black people. Let's see what the fuck happened.
Let me show you how I invested.
I ain't watched this shit yet. Who page this is? This is... Who the fuck page this is? News Live SA. You gotta hit the cash app, y'all. The cash app, brothers and sisters. You taking donations. Remember, the donation without donation. You gotta remember that, y'all.
Continent. There's a lot of wars that have to be fought across the diaspora. I was in Belgium not too long ago.
Oh, Lord,
And I
here you
bring you
go.
revolutionary pan-African greetings from your African brothers and sisters.
Look
in the belly of the beast.
at the crowd. Look at the crowd. Man, this nigga. What the fuck we gotta come in for? Yo, look at this nigga. Look at you right here. Oh, my God. Here we go. They keep bringing you up here. We don't even fuck with you for real. That's what everybody think. Look, everybody's thinking the same thing. Look, my man right here would have been asleep. Him again. Look at him again. Hey, nigga Umar Johnson, man. Oh my gosh, yo. This nigga's a fucking cornball.
Belgium. I was in London a few weeks ago at the Oxford Union debating the father of Elon Musk, Mr. Errol
Hey,
Musk,
man, I get
on
it.
neocolonialism
Yeah,
in
but
Africa.
Umar Johnson don't care nothing about that. You know what I mean? Yo, Umar Johnson do not care about your financial hardships. It's donate or die, yo. Remember Diddy? Remember? Yo, remember Diddy had the motherfucking what the fuck that shit was? Vote or die campaign. Well, Umar Johnson has the donate or die campaign. You know what I mean? So if you donate or you die, but you can't do both. Can't do both, man.
Bring you revolutionary greetings from your African brothers in the UK. I was in Toronto, Canada not too long ago, where they're standing strong against the forces of racism throughout Canada. And I bring you
This nigga was
revolutionary
everywhere.
greetings from your brothers and sisters in Canada. I was in Guadeloupe and Barbados, in Bahamas and Jamaica not too long ago. And again, I bring you revolutionary greetings
Yeah, he
from
is.
your brothers and sisters across the Caribbean islands. And I was in Australia for the first time a few months ago.
What happened,
And I
y'all?
bring you revolutionary greetings from your African brothers and sisters in the land down under in Australia.
How the fuck, man? How the fuck is you bringing everybody greetings? Like, yo, can the people in Australia speak for themselves? Like, yo, this nigga is going from country to country, state to state, bringing greetings to South Africa. Like, I think they can speak for themselves, Umar. Like, I don't think the people in Australia need you speaking for them. I think they know how to speak. I mean, I'm sure it's able-bodied citizens that can speak and send their own greetings. Niggas don't need Umar to do that.
You have to recommit yourself to the liberation of not only South Africa, but the entire mother continent.
Yo, he's a
And as you fight this
he's
war,
a prince of panhandling, y'all. He's a prince of panhandling.
against neo-apartheid, because that's exactly what it is. Apartheid never fell. What happened on April 27th, 1994 was a dress rehearsal for the new apartheid. How can apartheid be over when 40% of black women in South Africa are unemployed? How can apartheid be over when 47% of black youth in South Africa are unemployed? How can apartheid be over when 71% of all managerial jobs in South Africa are still under the control of white people? How can apartheid be over?
Fuck up, y'all. We gotta look up these numbers, man. Fuck that. What's the percentage of women unemployed in South Africa? We got to find this shit out. This niggas be saying anything. What is the percentage of women in South Africa that is unemployed?
According to Statista.com, over the observed period, the unemployment rate in South Africa has increased, dropping significantly only in the second quarter of 2020.
You gotta find this shit out. This nigga just be making up statistics and shit. Man, I ain't trying to get to pay for it. I ain't paying for that shit. Yo, everything Umar Johnson does needs to be fact checked. Oh, so in 2021, it was 38%. So he got 35% unemployed. He was off by 5%, but we'll give him that. In the second quarter. Yeah, it has never been 40% though. Y'all can't even see. Hold up. It has never been 40%, as you can see. We can go all the way back to 2016. There he go put motherfucking spice on it. It dropped all the way down in 2020 in the first quarter, then went back up. You got to fact check him, yo. That's what we learned in the exposing Umar Johnson saga that we've been on. He has to be fact checked.
70% of all land in South Africa is still controlled and dominated by Caucasians. How can apartheid be over when the ruling government does not have ultimate control over how the resources in South Africa are redistributed? If there's one thing that you need in South Africa, just like we need in America as a result of the enslavement of our African ancestors, you need a redistribution of South Africa's wealth. A redistribution of the wealth. No one was forced to pay back what they stole. There can't be justice until there is restitution. And y'all have to make sure that you fight for restitution, not equality. Now, some people would say, Dr. Umar, what's wrong with fighting for equality in South Africa? What's wrong with black South Africa having the same chances as white South Africa? What's wrong with black South Africa having the same chances as Chinese South Africa? What's wrong with black South Africa?
Yo, this nigga is manipulating the whole black community. God damn, like, yo, this nigga is vicious, yo. He might be the first to ever have done this. Yo, he just ain't manipulate the American blacks. That nigga done took that shit across seas. Yo, took that. Yo, he is taking the manipulation tactics abroad. He took his show on the road, man.
Having the same chances as East Indian South Africa, I'll tell you why. Equality will bring you more inequality. And the reason equality will bring you more inequality is because the Chinese have more resources than you do. The Anglo-Saxon has more resources than you do. The Boer has more resources than you do. The Indian has more resources than you do. So if the government gives you the same amount of help that they give to white people remain in charge. If the government gives black people the same amount of help they give the Chinese and Indians.
He acts like he just broke the Da Vinci Code, bitch. And that is common sense. Like he act like he said something that people didn't know. Yo, that is Umar. I think my son can tell us that, my nigga. You feel me? Like, yo, I don't think that was like a come to Jesus moment. Like, I think that's common sense, my brother.
the Chinese and Indians will still do better than black people. Because if you keep it equal,
Yeah, he back at it again, Travis.
if you keep things equal, you never account for the inequity that was already there before apartheid ended. So we're not fighting for equality in South Africa. We're fighting for equity in South Africa. What is the difference between
how the fuck
equality?
is this nigga a spokesman in South Africa? Yo, like, yo, this is crazy. Yo, he work with the people, man. He curse, whatever you call it, man. Yo, he is working for... Yo, who the fuck made Joe the spokesman in South Africa? How did this even happen, yo? Yo, why is he over there in South Africa telling them how they should fucking move? This nigga ain't got no connection over that bitch. This nigga from Philadelphia. This nigga from the main streets of Philadelphia. He over that bitch in South Africa telling them how, what the fuck they need to do and how they need to go about things. Hey, get your bitch ass back over this country, nigga, and put that school up, nigga. That's what you need to be doing. All this frivolous activity. We need the school up and running by the end of the year, man.
And equity. Equality says everybody gets the same amount, no matter how rich you are or how poor you are. This is why equality doesn't work. You can't keep unequal groups at the same level. You want equity. Equity says if the white man has 250,000 rand more than the black man, I have to bring the black man up to the level of the white man. Then we can practice equality.
You got the
Yo, this guy, yo.
If you miss
Yo, this guy's one of a kind, man. Yo, this guy's one of a kind, I'm telling you. Yo, we ain't gonna see, they ain't gonna give us enough Umar in our lifetime. Our grandkids and our kids, they might send them another one.
So brothers and sisters, as you struggle, you make sure in Parliament, in the streets, in the media, you let them know equity precedes equality.
That's what he did,
If
though.
equality precedes equity, there will always be inequality. And I want to say,
What you wanna
as
say,
we
yo?
fight and as we struggle, South Africa,
Damn, she
you
turned
have to
in.
make sure that you keep abreast of the information, not only going on in your country, but around the world.
Oh,
If
here
you're
we
not
go.
reading an international newspaper every week, you're behind. If you're not reading a South African newspaper every other day, you are behind. Things are always changing, and you have to be on top of the most recent transformations. You must be intelligent.
Yeah, you
You
should
must
say
be
when it first
knowledgeable.
started.
You must engage in
Niggas have
critical
been asleep.
analysis on a regular basis. And if you don't currently have a study group, most of you here are for the return of the land and the resources in South Africa. But some of you are
Yeah,
not
she-
here for the people. You are here for your ego. You are here to see what you can get out the movement. You are here to see what you can siphon off of the struggle. Let us be honest. When we study the black freedom struggle in Africa, in America, the Caribbean, all throughout the world, we have to make sure we understand that there has always been a selfish impetus buried deep within the liberation struggle that has often undermined it and sabotaged it.
Hey, he just told on himself. Listen to what he just said, y'all. Yo, he just exposed his hand. I knew that's what the fuck he was doing. I told you he working. Listen to what he just said.
When we study the black freedom struggle in Africa, in America, the Caribbean, all throughout the world, we have to make sure we understand that there has always been a selfish impetus buried deep within the liberation struggle that has often undermined it and sabotaged it.
That nigga that finally told the truth. Yo, we finally got the truth. Yo, we had to go to South Africa to get the truth from this nigga, man. He could have said that shit on the Breakfast Club. he could have said that on the Breakfast. Why we had to go to South Africa for him to finally come clean about what he's doing, undermining the struggle on some selfish shit so he can monetize? Yeah, dirty bastard. Why boy your ass? This shit ain't stopping. Hope you don't think this stopping no time soon. This shit might go on to the school open, nigga. That's probably 10 years from now. We gonna be 10 years ain't going in on this nigga, man.
You, brothers and sisters, have to declare war on the Boer that lives inside of you. Every South African has a white man inside of him. Every American African has a white man inside of
Hey,
him.
yo, what the
Every
fuck?
Jamaican African, Haitian African, Brazilian African, Canadian African, because the whole African world has been victimized by white supremacy. So all of us on some level still has a cracker inside your consciousness.
Hey, yo, this nigga
The question is,
crazy.
do you recognize it? The question is, do you control it? The question is,
Yo,
do you study
hey, y'all done walked
yourself?
out. Hey, y'all done walked out. Hey, y'all done got the fuck up and left. Like, this nigga gotta be stopped. I'd be like, yo, what? Yo, say that again? You know, he said anything 3 times, so he'd have repeated it anyway. I'm like, yeah, I'm done. I'm done with this nigga. I can't sit through no more of this. Fuck, sleep to everybody that stayed. But I'm out of here. This nigga lost his fucking mind.
Deep enough and long enough to recognize your political inconsistencies so you can control them and prevent them from sabotaging your movement. Malcolm X was murdered for ego. Thomas Sankara was murdered for ego. Samora Machel and Walter Mondlane were murdered for ego. Walter Rodney in Guyana was murdered for ego. There's even a strong chance Chris Hani was murdered for ego. If somebody does something better than you do, are you man or woman enough? Are you humble enough? Are you graceful enough to say, you know what? You do that better than me. And for the sake of the people, I want you to be in charge.
Yo, hold the fuck up, Umar. You can't say that. You can't say that. Lord Jamal offered you resources, and you said, I don't want resources. I want donations. That man's specific words was, I don't care about people. I care about donations. So you can't say that, yo, because obviously the guy that Lord Jamal was talking about who built the school did it better than you. So you wasn't willing to take the back seat for the cause. So you can't then get up on this bitch and talk about it like, nah, hell no, bitch. We ain't letting you slide with that comment.
The problem with us as African people, we so used to being told what to do by white people that when it's time to be told what to do by black people, we want to get rebellious. We don't like internal
Yo, he sound
racial
like a
authority
preacher,
because
yo.
we ain't used to it. The white man told us he's the only person we got to listen to. So when we're all around black folks, we want to act a fool. But we never act a fool around the Caucasian. I need you to recognize self-hate within yourself and tear it out. Because if you don't kill the Caucasian in you, the Caucasian in you will kill the black liberation struggle. My brothers, your sisters are not your problem. My sisters, your brothers are not your problem. We got to stop this back and forth male and female nonsense. United we stand, divided we fall. God made the woman to need the man, and God made the man to need the woman. The masculine principle and the feminine principle in nature are equal. One is not better than the other. So we have to stop blaming each other for problems that racism gave to all of us. Young people,
it's white. Sure it's white in all of us.
You are
man.
honoring your ancestors.
Just don't let it show. Yeah, man.
In our culture.
Don't let the white in you show, man.
I don't care if you're Kosa, I don't care if you're Swazi, Khoi, I don't care if you're Igbo, Yoruba, I don't care if you're Maasai or Kikuyu. All African cultures believe in the presence of our living dead. And our ancestors are our angels. They are the protection that is around us. And if we do not call on them, we will not have their support. Have you noticed? In South Africa, the white man names everything after one of his ancestors. He makes statues to all of his ancestors. All over the world, the white man is honoring his white ancestors, asking them to help them keep you in bondage.
Yeah, I'm sure they
Are
did.
you asking your ancestors to help you liberate yourself from bondage? This war is as political as it is spiritual. And guess what? God, the Almighty, will not give us victory over white supremacy if all we want to do is imitate white supremacy. Let me explain something. We're not fighting
you know somewhere in this motherfucking soliloquy, he gonna ask for some motherfucking donation. Umar Johnson don't speak without asking for donations. It's going he gonna spring it on him. I'm sure he is. You just gotta wait for it. It's covered. It got to. He may have said it before they started recording, but I'm sure somewhere along the line, that nigga asked for some PayPal, Cash App, Zelle, cash. He take cash too. I mean, that's off the record. But he asked for some money.
Gucci and Louis. We're not fighting for a free South Africa. We're not fighting for a free South Africa so you can drive Mercedes Benzes and Louis Vuittons. We're not trying to remove the white man from capitalism to put a Negro in his place. We want to destroy white supremacy and its economic system of capitalism. One of the biggest contradictions in the global African freedom struggle, I see it everywhere I go. We act just like the people we're trying to get rid of. Black men are treating black women the same way white men treat white women. Black people are worshiping materialism the way white people do. Black people are tearing each other down, killing each other the same way white people do. Do you really thank God? Almighty Supreme Consciousness, the Most High, by whatever name you call, because no name is sufficient, because God is beyond description. But understand, do you really think God is going to help us beat the white man just so we can replace him? The universe don't need another group of parasites, because that's what the Caucasian is. He's a parasite. And let me say this, South Africa.
Yo, this nigga is working with
Let me
them
say
people,
this.
yo.
And I get in trouble for saying it, but it's true.
Yo, he working with them people,
Anybody
yo.
in Africa.
Yo, there's no way he been able to talk like this for this long. No, this ain't live. And he ain't working with them people, y'all. Like, he's working with them motherfucker. I'm telling you. You can't find no information really on him for real.
In any country, on any coast, in any province, if they are not a black African, they are not an African. They are a visitor, an invader, an opportunist, or a colonizer.
Man, hell yeah.
I know the South African Constitution says South Africa belongs to everybody who lives in it. Why doesn't the Constitution of Israel say that? Why doesn't the Constitution of the United States say that? Why doesn't the Constitution of France or Belgium or the UK says that? I've never heard of a crime in my life where you break into somebody else's home, steal their land and resources, and because you've been stealing for so long, they invite you to stay as a member of the family.
This is the new
Oh,
Dell
fuck,
AI
it happened in
PC
America,
with
nigga.
Intel.
What you talking about? That's how America started. Fuck you mean you never heard no shit like that in your life.
And then a few weeks ago, I'm watching President Trump entertain President Ramaphosa in the White House. And Donald Trump is talking about land appropriation crimes. First of all, if you steal something from me and I come take it back, that's not land appropriation crime, that's land appropriation justice. But in that conversation,
I believe so too, Jay.
I was disappointed
What's up,
that
Josh?
President Ramaphosa did not
Jesus
take
love
issue
you more, man.
with Donald Trump's narrative. He did not provide any context. Did you not tell this man that y'all stole this land? Did you not tell this man that white people are not indigenous to South Africa? Did you not tell this land what we went through in apartheid? Did you not remind this man that South Africa was one of the last countries to get their freedom and independence? You're just going to sit there and let this white supremacist disrespect your nation and not say a word back to him.
No, you the spokesman, nigga. Speak,
But that's
nigga.
okay. And I don't seek
Ain't,
to demonize the president.
ain't you the
But I
spokesman?
hold him accountable
Ain't
like
you
I
the
do
spok-
anybody else, and you have to do the same
Ain't
thing.
you the spokesman for the whole black community? Nigga, start talking, nigga. Go to Congress, nigga. Hey, man, we need to see you on the Congress steps, man. Straight up. Oh, this bitch selling hope. I told y'all your hope sell faster than dope. Umar Johnson learned that early. That man been selling hope with no real actions for the longest time, man.
Some of y'all might ask, Dr.
Dope
Umar,
sells.
why are you so
I
concerned
don't know
about
if y'all
South
know
Africa?
that or not.
You 20 hours away in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. What do y'all care in New York and Alabama? What do y'all care in Atlanta and Houston? What do y'all care in Detroit and Chicago? What do y'all care in
That would
Oakland
be
and
funny.
Cincinnati? I'll tell you why we care. Because central to pan-Africanism, true revolutionary
What's up, Carly?
pan-Africanism, is the principle that as the African, so goes all African people in
All right,
the world,
bet,
no matter where you live. If South Africa never gets free, Black America never gets free. If South Africa never gets free, Black Jamaica never gets free. If South Africa never gets free, Black Canada never gets free. If South Africa never gets free, Black Brazil will never get free. So I have as much interest in your freedom as you do, because as the mother goes, so goes all of her children. Marcus
Yo,
Garvey
get the
said,
fuck out of
"A
here.
strong
This nigga crazy. Yo, that is not reality, yo. Yo, if reality is, we all got our own struggles, man. Like, that's the reality. Like, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. But that shit ain't gonna work. That shit ain't gonna work. Most of look at her. Psh, I'm about sick of his ass. look at how she looking at him. This nigga's full of shit. Who the fuck booked him? we gonna ban his ass from the country. Don't book his ass no more, man. We about sick of his ass. It do sound
Man,
good
you're
though.
strong everywhere. And that's true. Because everywhere I go, Chinese are in power and they are respected. Wherever I go, Arabs have power
Nothing.
and they are respected. Wherever I go, Jews and East Indians have power and they are respected. And everywhere I've been in the world, and I've been to every continent, black people are disrespected and marginalized, even in Africa.
Then why the fuck is you there? Why, if that's the case, why are you allowed to go all these places and speak? Why are they not stopping you?
So until we make up our minds that we're tired of being last, we will never be first. Because one thing
That's
is
what
for
you
certain,
say.
and two things are for true. God
That's what you
intended
said, man.
African people to rule this planet. You were never supposed to relinquish your divine control to the Caucasian. In this world, we'll never run right until black people are back in charge. It don't make us better than nobody,
I don't really get
but we
into
have
that-
a natural,
that kind of
organic
talk.
right
Yeah.
to rule this earth. That's why we were the only people on it by ourselves
Yeah,
for
shit,
over
man, we
200,000
just was talking
years.
about that shit
Do you
earlier.
realize if we never migrate out of Africa, you don't get Chinese? Do you realize if we never migrate out of Africa,
Oh,
you
yeah,
don't get
God is
Caucasians?
first.
Do you realize
I mean,
if we
you know,
never
that
leave
goes without
Africa,
saying.
you don't get East Indians? There would have been no other race if we never migrated out of the great continent. All these other races are our children. And no parent allows their children to run their house. It is our job to take back control of the house. Brothers and sisters, it is important that we find a way to deal with our conflicts in a healthy fashion. One of the weaknesses of African people is our inability to handle conflicts in a reasonable and respectable manner. Somebody brought up the question to me yesterday. They said, Dr. Umar, what do you think about the immigrant crisis in South Africa? Where we got Africans from other countries coming into South Africa, taking jobs from South Africans,
They look
breaking
bored.
strike
That's the fuck
lines
they look.
where South Africans are trying to struggle to get better pay and employment. And I said there would be no South African immigrant crisis if South Africa organized and created your own Department of Immigration. I'm not talking about the government. I'm talking about the community. So that if you're coming from Mozambique, you check in with us first.
Yo, he
You're
is
coming from
talking about some shit that won't happen. Like, yo, that ain't happening, bro. You feel me? Like, yo, like, niggas is moving this business. It sounds great. Reasonable? Logical? Nah, man. If they supposed to did that shit 100 years ago. I mean, it's too late. It's too late to try to pull a move like that now, Umar. You need to motherfucker come back to the table and come back with a better explanation or a better solution.
Gola, you check in with us first. You coming from Botswana, you come and you check in with us first. You coming from Lesotho, you come and you check in with us first. And then we'll let you know what is okay for you to do in our country. And we'll let you know what's not okay for you to do in our country. But the problem with us, we don't organize and we don't communicate with other Africans from other places.
Well, organize it then, bro. Like, you the man. What he say? I'm the biggest public speaker, whatever the fuck he call himself. Organize. My nigga, that's what Martin Luther King was trying. Martin Luther King, before he died, he was trying to go to the motherfucking United Nations. You feel me? Organize, bro. Put that shit together, yo. You got the cachet to do it. You got the name. Make it happen, nigga. 85 years, I think. At this point, I think he been doing shit for 85 years.
And then when they show up and do things against our interests, we're ready to cut them off. When if we would have invited them to the table for a respectable conversation, we could have alleviated all the problems. Let us understand something. These 54, 55 countries we have, that is the work of neocolonialism. That's not the work of black people. We didn't sit down at the Berlin Conference in 1884 and 1885 and carve Africa up like a pie. White people did that. Some of you in South Africa got relatives in Zimbabwe. You got relatives in Botswana. There's no line to cut you off from your kith and kin. So why are you using white man borders to make enemies out of your own race? Brothers and sisters, we have an alcoholism problem in South Africa.
Oh, the fuck up. Well, we ain't doing that. we ain't talking about alcohol now. We heard what just happened in that live last night, brothers and sisters. Umar Johnson was in a liquor store. Umar Johnson in a liquor store buying lottery tickets or some shit. And the guy was like, man, no gin today? Yo said, yeah, brothers and sisters, you know I buy gin for the ancestors. Nigga, get the fuck out of here. Nigga, you drinking like a motherfucker. He probably drunk, that's why he keep sweating.
Oh, y'all done woke up now. We got a couple drunks in here. Listen, brothers and sisters, I don't want you drinking. Do you know why people drink? I'm going to put on my psychologist hat for a minute.
Hey, yo, hell no.
People drink to drown out problems they
Yo,
don't
he
want
ain't
to
doing that, yo. Come on, Umar, bro. You drink too, my nigga, and you smoke blacks. Yo, you drank too, bro. We know now. You know what I mean? We gotta go back to the live from last night. He do talk like the preacher. Talk about, you know why people drink. No, we wanna know why you drink. We ain't talking about nobody else. Let's talk about Umar Johnson for a minute. Yo, what kind of gin you drink, bro? Because obviously that bar you go to often. And you buy gin often. More than likely every day. Yo, if you go to a store, if I was to go to the motherfucker, I buy Black and Miles every day, right? If I go to the 7-Eleven down the street and I just get a juice, they gonna be like, yo, ain't no blacks today? I'm like, nah, I'm good. Umar Johnson went to the liquor store and bought, looked like lottery tickets or something. And the man asked him verbatim, no gin today. Like, he didn't even say alcohol. He said, gin. He was specific. No gin today. Which means that Umar Johnson, if he ain't buying gin every day, he buying at least every other day. No, yo, I am mad because he lied, bro. He lied to people. I think he was a plant the whole time. Yo, because what I think the purpose Umar Johnson serves is it'll never be another one. Not in our lifetime. It'll never be another person that garners this much support, homegrown support by the people, by black people, ever again. Because Umar Johnson fucked it up for everybody. Ain't nobody, the community donated over at least $1.6 million. At least $1.6 million. So now if you got somebody organic that's trying to do something and really honest about it, like really trying to make some change, yo, he ain't gonna get them donations. I've been asking for y'all cereal money for a week now. Only got $35. You feel me? Umar Johnson out this bitch asked for people grit money. You know what I mean? He asked for casino money. He asked for defense money. Like, he asked for all types of money, school money. And people donated 1.6, at least 1.6 million. That's what he reported to the IRS. So more than likely, if he reported 1.6 million, he probably really got double that. You know what I mean? Man, people ain't gonna want to do that, Thomas. Because, yo, people don't like debating. Because it's easy to, when you debate a person, you can point out inconsistencies and flaws in their story. These guys don't want to have no real conversation. Umar Johnson sat down with Roland Martin a couple years ago. He ain't never went back. Whenever Umar Johnson gets in a heated debate about anything involving that money, he will never come back. He sat down with Lord Jamar, never came back. Matter of fact, I was trying to find a part where he started talking bad about black people. But I want to go into the Roland Martin interview, because I think we need to go back and look at that interview again to see what really happened.
It's the same thing in America. Your brothers and sisters across the pond, they need somebody to talk to, some of them, but for the rest of your life. Make up your mind, brothers and sisters. One of the things I want to do in Africa
What's up, Sharice?
is I want to help create a mental health treatment system in Africa.
Oh,
Because we
Lord.
got brothers and sisters.
There you go. There
We
you
got
go.
brothers and-
So he making a school in America, and he making a mental health treatment. Hey, yo, this nigga crazy, yo. Hey, yo, the fuck, yo. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. So he trying to make a mental health treatment center in Africa. Yo, I hope they ain't send him no money, yo. All right, real as well, yo. We probably be here for another hour or so. I hope they ain't send him no money, right?
sisters in Africa who got problems and they need somebody to talk to and they don't know who to go to. And unfortunately, in Africa, there's a stigma that if you need to talk to somebody, you're somehow spiritually weak. It's the same thing in America. Your brothers and sisters across the pond, they need somebody to talk to, some of them, but I was told that if I'm a good enough Christian, Christ should be sufficient. If I'm a good enough Muslim, Muhammad should be sufficient. And Dr. Umar is here to tell you right now, your mental illness has nothing to do with your religion. Mental illness comes out of the fact that you live in an unhealthy society created by white people. This is why we got to take South Africa back. Because if we want black people to be healthy, and if we want black people to be whole, South Africa must be ruled by black people.
Take 40% off
he
fall
working with the
florals
system,
at
man.
Hobby Lobby.
That man working with the system, man. He'd have been got shut down, y'all. I'm telling you. You see how they do me? I ain't got nowhere near the platform. He'd have been got shut down.
I'm going to prepare to wrap this up in case there's time for questions. And of course, at the end, if anybody want to take a photo with Dr. Umar, we'll do that under the leadership of your leaders here. I want to say this, brothers
Look,
and
there you go.
sisters.
That's the money right there.
There are
I
three
can't complain.
main
Sharif.
problems that are knocking on our doorstep as African people. And these three main problems are something that you're going to have to confront. Number one, land appropriation. There is an agenda to take Africa away from African people. They don't want nobody of black skin to own any sizable portion of land anywhere in the world. They're taking land from your brothers and sisters in England. They're taking land from your brothers and sisters in America. They're taking land from your brothers and sisters in the Caribbean. And they're taking land from brothers and sisters in Africa. We must hold on to the land. Because if we lose Africa, we will be a race of slaves. If we lose our international homeland, we will be a race of slaves. There's no such thing as freedom without a land of your own. Number two, be careful of pharmaceuticals. They are pumping drugs into Africa, and some of y'all taking every drug they pump. You don't need the COVID shot, South Africa. That's Bill Gates' scam. You don't need autism shot. You don't need MMR. You don't need the flu shot. All these shots that they come up with are designed to compromise the black immune system. This is why we got so much cancer. This is why we got so much diabetes. This is why we got so much heart disease, because the chemicals that they are putting into the black body are designed to kill the black body. You are melanated. I need you to understand
What's up,
something.
Julie?
This black skin of ours, this is not a color. It is energy. It is a source.
Crazy, man.
And this carbon in your skin, these vaccinations. Why would South Africa is one of the world's leading producers of gold. South Africa is one of the world's leading producers of platinum. South Africa is one of the world's leading producers of iron ore. South Africa is one of the world's leading producers of diamonds. So guess what I'm going to do for every South African high school student?
What you gonna do?
They're going to go to the mines and they're going to learn how to mine.
So he built this school in South Africa too. Yo, he is not selling them no idea of a school. Yo, hold the fuck up, yo. How many schools is Umar building? Yo, we need to get a count. We need to get an accurate count on how many schools Umar Johnson promised black people. Yo, he probably promised a school in every country. Every country where black people reside, and he spoke in, he might have promised them a school, y'all. Yo, I didn't know he was doing this, y'all. I never knew he was, like my man said, I didn't know he was international panhandling. I didn't know he was international panhandling, yo. Like, yo, this guy is good, man. Yeah, that's like we gotta go back, okay? We skipped it a little bit. Hold up. See how he got to this point.
Of gold. South Africa is one of the world's leading producers of platinum. South Africa is one of the world's leading producers of iron ore. South Africa is one of the world's leading producers of diamonds. So guess what I'm going to do for every South African high school student? They're going to go to the mines and they're going to learn how to mine. They're going to learn the business of it. They're going to learn the investment of it. They're going to learn the trade of it. How dare you have children in one of the most minerally rich countries on earth, and 56% of them are living in poverty? That don't make no sense at all. Train the children in the skills that can pay the bills.
Yo, this nigga is selling the same shit everywhere.
But before I close, I'm going to give you my phone number in case you ever need to reach Dr. Umar. If you get into psychology and you need some advice, let me know. If you're thinking about getting into education and you need some advice, you let me know.
All this comes with a payment, y'all. Ain't none of these services he provide is free. I gotta make sure I make people aware of that. You get to talk about counseling, that shit gonna come with a hefty price tag on it.
If you're a parent and you have questions about your child, emotional problems or
Yeah, for real.
problems or
And,
psychological
and that's why I
problems,
said he working with the government, bro. That's why I say he working with them people, man. Cause some of the things that he say, you right, could get people killed, man. And he's been allowed to say it.
that is my expertise. You call on me. So I'm going to give you my number twice. +1 is the code to America. You can add me on WhatsApp and you can text me at your leisure. +1 215 989 9858. Once again, +1 215 989 9858. I want to close with a story. A black man who was a pan-Africanist. But y'all need the number again? One more time. +1. Hold the 0 down to get your plus. +1 215 989 9858. One day I want to bring some of your American African brothers and sisters over here so we can have a nice big think tank. The American Africans and the South Africans all.
That shit is never gonna happen, yo. That nigga said one day. Why you put a date on it? You give us dates for everything else. I'm gonna be in Memphis on July 3rd at 5 o'clock. I mean, you give us dates for everything else. That was one day. You know, one day that's never gonna happen. I'm gonna bring your American brothers and sisters over here. We can have a think tank. Get the fuck out of here. This nigga just be saying anything.
Organized together in one united
gracious.
front. What do you think about that, brothers and sisters?
Hey, brothers and sisters, don't buy this shit, man. Yeah, we got it to you, yo.
Man by the name of Booker T. Washington, he was a pan-African.
Hey, William. Hey, Wilbert. Let's talk about it, Wilbert. Hey, Wilbert. I've been waiting for one of y'all to pop up. Call my Instagram, and let's talk about your support of Dr. Umar Johnson. You see my Instagram right here? Keep it G News. Let's talk about it, man. Maybe what you see, I don't see. You feel me? Maybe you could convince me that Umar Johnson is the real deal.
In fact, Marcus Garvey came from Jamaica to America to meet with Booker T. Washington. But when Marcus Garvey showed up, Booker T. Washington had already died. Booker T. Washington was born a slave. His mother was raped by the white man who owned his family in West Virginia. Booker T. Washington walked to Hampton Institute, a historically black college, to get an education. When he graduated, the principal of Hampton got a phone call asking if he had anyone who could come to Tuskegee, Alabama to teach black children how to make a living. Booker T took the job. He got to Tuskegee. There was no school, so he had to use an old church and an old barn. When the first students of Tuskegee showed up, they asked Booker T. Washington, where's the lecture hall? Where's the classroom? Where's the cafeteria? Booker T. Washington said, you're standing on it. And he made the children dig up the ground. And the students made their own bricks, built their own buildings. They grew their own food. They sold their own clothes. They became so popular for making bricks that white people bought bricks from Tuskegee students instead of white companies. Booker T. Washington said, I need a science teacher.
I really want to look that up. Yeah, but I think I really do want to look that up, but I ain't gonna look it up. I will let him slide, man. Like right now, when it come time to look up things that he said, he's shooting at like 10% right. So I ain't even gonna waste our time, yo. We just gonna let him talk.
You heard of another black man named Dr. George Washington Carver, who was considered the #1 scientist in the world at the time. Not black.
He act like a New York nigga.
He also was the child of a slave. He was castrated as a child. They removed his penis from his body because white people thought he wanted to have sex with their kids, so they cut off his reproductive organ. Dr. George Washington Carver went to Tuskegee to help Booker T. And when he got to Tuskegee, he asked Booker T the same questions that the students asked before. Where's my lecture hall? Where's my science lab? Where's my staff apartment? And Booker T. Washington told George Washington Carver, all we have is what you see. And Dr. George Washington Carver went to the trash of the students, and out of the trash, he took paper, he took copper, he took aluminum, he took metal, and out of the garbage, he invented more than 300 products from the peanut. Out of garbage, he invented more than 400 products from the sweet potato. Out of garbage, he invented hundreds of products from the soybean. Why am I bringing this up, South Africa? Because our ancestors had nothing and did everything. We got everything. We ain't done much of nothing. I want to close with a quote from the great and honorable Frederick Douglass, who I'm related to by blood. My family was stolen from Nigeria in 1701. a black man named Bailey, brought to Talbot County, Eastern Shore, Maryland. He married a black woman by the name of Selah, for whom my 14-year-old daughter is named. In 1745, they had Grandmom Jenny. In 1774, Grandmom Jenny gave birth to Grandma Betsy. She was born a slave. She married a free black man, my grandpop Isaac. They had 12 children. One daughter was named Harriet. Another daughter was named Young Betsy, my 5 times great-grandmother, born in slavery. In 1818, Aunt Harriet was raped by the slave master. So in February of 1818, she gave birth to the greatest black leader in American history. His name was Frederick Augustus Washington Bailey. At the age of 20, Cousin Fred ran away from slavery and changed his name to hide his identity. So in 1838, Frederick Bailey became Frederick Douglass. In 1819, his half-brother was born, Stephen Henry Bailey, my 4 times great-grandfather. They were brothers.
Julie, because he been lying,
slave
man.
master was their daddy. But they
He
were
been
cousins.
out, he good at speaking. He just ain't good at doing. You know what I mean? The nigga is lying and fabricating shit. Like, I just looked up the George Washington Carver shit, man. He said he built his laboratory out of trash. He used trash to build his laboratory. But he didn't create peanuts out of trash. Like, I don't know. You know, maybe that was a mischaracterization. You feel me? But, well, look, let's go to this. I remember, so this right here was epic, man. Now, Roland Martin is a coon in his goddamn self. But I remember watching this back and forth between these two. But I think we need to look at it again. You know, sometimes you gotta go back and look at things over. Yeah, hell yeah, that's what they do. They give us a lot of these guys that's good at speaking. See, like I said, Julie, hope sell faster than dope. You know what I mean? If you can convince people that change is on the way, that I can be the change, man, people gonna get behind that, man, because for the most part in the community, we tired of the circumstances that a lot of us living in. Not everybody. You know, some people's living great. But for the most part, we got a nice percentage of our people living in poverty. So when you bring somebody like a Umar Johnson or some of these other guys along and they can convince you that I'm the change, I'm going to do this, and they can deliver it in a way that makes sense to people, oh man, we going to get behind them. But that's COINTELPRO. That's how that shit always been. It always been that way. They always gave us these people. Well, I don't know always, but they've been doing it for at least the last, since who knows how long. You feel me? They give us these people. And they make these people the spokespeople of the community. You know what I mean? So we get behind them. But like I said, Umar Johnson is doing so much damage because there won't be another one. Not in our lifetime. There'll never be another person that get the level of support by the black community like Umar Johnson got. Because Umar Johnson ruined it for the next person. It's similar to when you talk about rape victims that lied. You know, it makes it bad for the real victims. You understand? When you put false allegations on people and allege some of these heinous acts, and then you find out it ain't truthful, now you fucking over, or you making the people that do got real stories, you making this hard for them to come out about their situation and their stories, because now it's going to be looked at more, it's going to be more scrutinized. It's going to be less believable. And I think that's why I think Umar Johnson working with them people, man, because there's no way, in my opinion, I don't see a way that he could have done this for this long without producing no results. And the world is watching. So if the world is watching, the feds is watching. You know the feds is watching every motherfucking thing. So how has he been able to scam for 15 fucking years and produce nothing, and there'd be no consequences or repercussions for it? It's not normal, man. It's not normal. It's very strange.
Umar Johnson recently was on
Man, see my man
105.1
pacing,
FM
man.
out of New York, The Breakfast Club with DJ Envy, Angela Yee, and Charlamagne.
We can slow the speech down now. This nigga talk normal.
God. During the interview, Johnson talked about a whole range of issues. It led to him being the talk of Black Twitter last week. And a lot of people were questioning his educational credentials.
Now, people ask me, what can we expect from a Donald Trump White House for
Yo,
Black
the
America?
Breakfast Club need to answer for yo, too. The Breakfast Club need to answer for yo. Tariq Nasheed need to answer for yo. Everybody that helped propel him to where he is today, yo, they need to answer for this shit. Yo, what's up with the school? The fuck? Y'all put this man on y'all platform, Breakfast Club, numerous times. Y'all gave this man an outlet. Y'all gave this man an audience to prey on the people. Yo, y'all should be held liable. Like, why is nobody calling out the Breakfast Club? Nobody's calling out Charlemagne. Nobody's calling out Envy. Yo, y'all supported this man. I wouldn't have known yo if it wasn't for the Breakfast Club. They should be held liable, yo, to at least put out a statement explaining where the fuck did he come from. What made y'all believe this nigga?
And the answer is real simple. You can expect exactly what you got from a Obama White House. Absolutely nothing. Black people know they're not American, but they will fight like hell to protect that identity because they don't want to be identified with who they really are, and that's being African. As long as you have a skill, you can always feed your family. But if all you got is college degrees, you might end up in the unemployment line. I'm a psychologist. Ain't too many black people running around looking for a psychologist to reveal all the skeletons in their closet.
All right, folks, joining us right now, Dr. Umar Johnson. Welcome back to the show. First and foremost, it was amazing looking at his whole reaction. I mean, I'm sitting here, again, people asking all kind of questions, things are blowing up. And so many people jumped on saying he's not a real doctor.
Monday CRM has the best AI.
Hey, we gotta get that back, yo.
Especially in sales.
Still trying to get care money back. It's hard to get it though. But we ain't stopping till we get all donations back.
Where did you graduate from and you got your PhD?
My undergraduate education was from Millersville University. 3 degrees, political science, psychology, master's in school psychology.
Hey, Bully, we just found out he
Pennsylvania
Hold up,
certification
Bully.
as a school psychologist.
Yeah, we just found out he building. He told people in South Africa he was building a school too. That nigga build a school everywhere. Damn, so he stole my idea. So I said I was going to take the donation money, the surgery money that I was going to get from the people, and I was going to build Rex programs in every major city across America. Now Umar Johnson superseded that. They got donations from every country. Every country and continent, it promised everybody schools, right? Yo, this guy's good, man. He good.
Which I've been for almost 20 years. After that, I got my educational leadership master's degree and principal certificate from Lehigh University in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. And I earned my doctorate degree from the Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine, American Psychological Association approved program, one of the top psychology training programs on the East Coast. 6 degrees in all, and anyone can lift up a telephone and call and verify those degrees.
So when you see
Umar Johnson used his education to manipulate the masses. That's what he did. He used his education to manipulate the masses. He ain't no different than the other people that do it. And that be an issue in the community, yo, when you got guys that learn the information, they got the resources, and instead of them sharing the information and sharing the resources, they use what they learned against the rest of the people. That's what we got, you know. And it's saying like those are the guys that get elevated into these certain positions because you don't want no real person there. You know what I mean? You don't want no person there that's really going to help the people. We ain't charging for nothing. If you want the information, you get the information. Like, on a lesser degree, on YouTube. Y'all, I told y'all how when I first started this shit, y'all, I couldn't get no help from nobody. Yo, it's been several people on YouTube since I learned the game and learned how this shit worked and reach out to me. Yo, I don't charge you for no information, bro. You know what I mean? Yo, I help you build your channel. What you trying to do? I'll show you what apps to use. I'm not. Why am I charging? Yo, we not in a position as a community to be charging people for services that should be free. You understand what I'm saying? Like, yo, we still trying to build. We can't be charging motherfuckers while we building. We gotta build together. Let's see if you're gonna do that shit for free or you ain't gonna do that shit at all. Because at the end of the day, if you charging motherfuckers, all you doing is stealing. You stealing. And that's what Umar Johnson has been doing. Shit, for 15 years now, 16 years. How long have I been on this shit? At least 15 years now. He's stealing, man.
Who question?
You got your money back, Tank?
Your response.
It's because my narrative is a whole lot different from the average mainstream black scholar. I don't parrot the narrative that the American social order wants black scholars to parrot. I tell the truth. I don't scratch unless I itch, and I don't dance unless I like the music. And because they're not used to having someone with a traditional education posit non-traditional views, people will automatically start to question his credentials. How did he get this far believing what he believes in? Well, you have to play the spook who sat by the door.
You
When
just
I got
sent them
accepted into those
$65,
three
Tank. What
universities,
the fuck,
they didn't
Tank?
know what I believed
Where the hell
in.
you
They
been
didn't know
at,
what I
yo?
stood for.
Hey, Tank, you better
But
not
as
send
time went on, it revealed itself. But
yo, you ain't just sent them $65, yo. Yeah, straight up, you know, we ain't keep that shit real, man. We try and build up people. We ain't trying, you know. You got, but sometimes you gotta take these people down to build up the right people, cause these guys in the way. Like as long as we supporting Umars and the rest of them guys, yo, real people will never get a chance. I just was talking about that earlier in the live.
I'm unapologetically African, so I'm not really concerned with what people think about me personally. I have a job to do, and that is to awaken the sleeping consciousness of African people, not just in America, but all across the world.
One of the things that you said during the interview, you said that Mandarin was one of the official languages in South Africa.
Yes, sir.
And others said you were dead wrong.
Yes, because I didn't clarify that I was speaking of it being an official language in the public school system of South Africa. So I should have clarified that Mandarin is an official language in the Republic of South Africa's school system. It's not an official language in the country, it's an official language in the school system. And I was speaking of schools, but I didn't clarify that, so that's my responsibility.
Also, during that particular interview, you talked about a variety of issues that also got people talking. One of them dealt with your views on interracial marriage.
Yes, sir.
And so, so explain that for folks who did not hear.
Mark,
certainly. Simply put,
he is a joke. Like the nigga need to
black
take care of his kids,
who
man.
is-
Like yo, the nigga daughters online crashing out every day, man. Every day, like it's getting worse. Like I starting to feel sad for her. You feel me? Like she's looking for attention. She need a father, man. And he out this bitch scamming. Like go get your daughter, bro.
with a woman who's not an African herself is going to have a difficult time getting respect from me. I believe black men need to be with black women. The black family is under attack. Only 1 out of every 4 black women gets married. The black woman is last likely to get married. She's the last married, the first divorced. We have what? 2/3 of our children being raised by working class and impoverished single black female-led households. The destruction of a nation begins in the home of its families. And if we want to save black people, we have to save the black family. And in order to do that, black men have to commit themselves to black women.
So when you talk about not getting your respect, so
yo, he was good at this time, man. Like this was in the beginning. This was the early stages when he still had the support.
So you're saying,
it will. Didn't I tell you call my Instagram?
Get your respect because his dad married a white woman.
No, not at all.
Would Harry Belafonte?
Not at all. I want to be very clear about something. As pan-Africanists, the product of an interracial union is an African. I have heroes who are biracial. Some of the grandfathers of pan-Africanism were of mixed racial ancestry. You don't blame a child for how they got here.
But I'm asking you this here. Harry Belafonte has a white wife. No respect for him?
It would be very, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter your social status.
So no. I didn't say social. I'm talking about the one who put the work.
Right, but you put him out.
No. I'm asking you. So Harry Belafonte.
Yes, sir.
Sidney Poitier. Julian Bond. Vernon Jordan.
And you're naming all them to say what?
No, these are all African American men who have
done some good things.
No, who married white women. But you said any black man who marries a white woman will not get your respect.
Can I respond?
Yeah, go ahead.
And what I'm telling you is this: I don't care who you name. I don't care how much work you did for black people. Your greatest commitment to black people is being committed to a black woman. It is still a contradiction. No matter how much you think you did for the struggle, if you really were concerned with black people, you would have committed yourself to a black woman. So it doesn't matter how successful they are. It doesn't matter how great you may claim them to be. At the end of the day, you didn't think enough about your own people to marry a woman who looks like you.
Frederick Douglass.
Yes, sir. An ancestor of mine.
So when you say ancestor, what does that mean?
Yeah, see, that's the thing. A lot of things. See, this is the thing. A lot of things Umar said is true. Now, when we get to talk about the numbers and shit, you got to fact check those. But a lot of like I agree with that point, and that's how he got a lot of support. But it was like a double-edged sword. He was On one end, he was talking good. On the other end, he was manipulating. But we didn't find out of us. I know I didn't find this out until the last couple years, man. Like, I was supporting Umar for years. I made excuses for him about the school and everything. Some people always knew he was a fraud.
Again, some have said you tried to claim that you are a descendant of Frederick Douglass.
Okay, so let's deal with that.
So hold on one second. Here's a statement from the family. Let me go ahead and read this, please.
Hey, the family disowned him, man. And family said, man, we don't know this nigga. The statement should have just said, we don't know this nigga. But then was that, we don't know this nigga. 5 words. That's all they had to put out.
Family Frederick Douglass has received numerous inquiries about Umar Johnson questioning his relationship to Frederick Douglass. There have also been questions about his legitimacy of his PhD and the handling of the donations he's received for his school that he is promoting. We can tell you with 100% certainty that he is not a descendant of Frederick Douglass. With that being said, Mr. Johnson is very careful not to bill himself as a descendant, but he doesn't correct people when they refer to him in this way. He calls himself a blood relative, which is a nebulous reference designed to make people think he is a descendant. We have researched his explanation of being a blood relative to the great abolitionist. Some of the information he provides is accurate, but an extremely important piece of his explanation with regards to a documented relative of Frederick Douglass is false. The information he recites correctly is from the public record, so his knowledge of our family ancestry is far from definitive proof.
2 things there. 1, he's not a descendant of Frederick Douglass, okay? I would concur with that, all right? But then 2, you also heard that some of the things he says is correct. So the question becomes, he's either related or he's not, okay?
So are you related?
I'm about to answer your question. Okay. Allow me to do that. I am a blood relative of Frederick Douglass. My name is on the family tree. We have a family reunion every 2 years. What they're talking about, I want to make sure you're clear. They're talking about whether or not I come through the loin of Frederick Douglass, which I do not, nor have I ever claimed, okay? I have more videos on YouTube than any other scholar. I speak around the world more than any other scholar. Show me where I've ever said I was a descendant. I've only claimed one thing, kinsman. How am I kinsman? If you ever read any of the autobiographies of Frederick Douglass, he talks about growing up on Tuckahoe Creek with Cousin Stephen. Cousin Stephen is Stephen Bailey, Dr. Umar Johnson's 4 times great-grandfather, whose grave I just visited last week. I go every year. Okay, that's my 4 times great-grandfather. He married my 4 times great-grandmother, Caroline Wilson Bailey. From that union,
y'all think he still go every year?
Grandfather, George Washington Bailey.
Hold the fuck up, y'all. We ain't gonna let him get away with that. That man said it's his 4 times grandfather, which means great. And he go visit the grave site every year. Yo, get the fuck out of here, Umar. Everybody believe that dumbass shit, man. You probably got family members that's closer to you than you ain't been to their grave site once. But you try to convince us that he went to his grave site every year. Get the what year did this start? Have you been doing this since a child? Like, this nigga's a fucking bozo, man.
First black public school teacher on the Eastern Shore of Maryland. He married Grandmom Annie. They had Grandmom Caroline. Okay, she had Grandma Vivian. Grandma Vivian married a Spanish-speaking Cuban immigrant, Grandpop Cicero. They had Grandmom Ida, who's still alive, who married James Johnson, who had my father Jamal, who married my mama Barbara, and from that union I was born. I am a blood of Bailey. I am not married in. What they're talking about is strictly descendancy, something I've never claimed. Am I a kin? Do I directly come from the loin of the first cousin and potentially half-brother of Frederick Douglass? And the reason I say potentially, the slave master who owned our family, a white man named Aaron Anthony, raped Frederick's mother and raped Stephen's mother, my ancestor. And there's significant evidence to suggest that. Some people could still argue, though, that they were not brothers because it's not conclusive. Fine, throw that out. I'm still a kinsman because I come through the blood of his first cousin.
You talked about, again, respect. Do you respect?
I don't talk about respect. I get tremendous respect from my people.
I'm not talking about that. Do you respect Frederick Douglass?
Obviously, yes.
But he had a white wife.
He did.
So that's what I'm
gonna clarify.
Why is that an issue? Why is that if you put in the work and you have the history, Who cares who you marry?
I already answered that question, and I told you I don't care how much work you put in. If you don't commit yourself to a black woman, ultimately you wasn't totally committed to the struggle.
Even Frederick Douglass.
Even Frederick Douglass has to be criticized, as I did on the Breakfast Club. Now, it has to be put in context. He didn't marry the white woman until he was an old man. After his wife, Anna Murray Douglas, of 50 years, a blue-black chocolate woman through whom all my cousins were born. He was an old man when he did it, but nonetheless, he did it. And yes, he has to be criticized on that, because a black man needs to be with a black woman, and it is a contradiction. I don't care how much work you think you've done for black folks to not commit yourself to a black woman.
Hold tight 1 second. I got more questions when we come back.
I would argue the reason black men marry white women is because they wish they were white themselves. And having the white man's prize, his queen, is a psychological symbol to myself that I am equal to him.
Yeah, ain't no
We're
point
back
looking
with
it up.
Dr. Umar Johnson. In that particular statement, the family also addressed this here. You talked about taking over the buildings or the land of a black school that was shut down.
Yes, sir.
HBCU
St. Paul's College.
And you were raising money for it. First of all, how much money has been raised, and what's the status of that project?
Well, St. Paul's has been sold approximately 3
Yeah, I
to 5
don't see this
months
is the
ago. I
thing
was
with
told
Umar.
by-
I don't disagree with some of the things that he say, but my thing with this nigga is you can't speak this shit and don't live it. You know what I mean? Now the school is a whole nother topic. You know what I mean? I think he used relatability and the fact that he's able to explain what a lot of people think. He used that to enrich himself off the community. That's my issue with Umar Johnson. You know what I mean? He used his wordplay and his education, his manipulation tactics to trick the people into donating to a cause that was never going to come true. That's what he did. That's my issue with him.
The auction company in charge of the sale that it was been sold to a developer.
So how much money was raised? What the people gave? All people gave. How much was raised, and what's the status of that money?
$700,000, and the status is we're still looking for a school, and the status is my start date for FDMG will be 8/21/18, or if at all, it may be delayed to 8/21/19, which is the anniversary of the Nat Turner War.
We say looking for a school. Why not start a charter school? I mean, you can start a school.
Because charter schools are owned by the state, and I'm a pan-Africanist. I believe what is to be done for black people must be done by black people. Why do I want a charter school?
So you want a private school?
Exactly. Independent school.
Lauren.
So the question of interracial marriage,
Yes, ma'am.
come on, man. You're too smart for this. We got 43.
I'm too smart for what?
We got 43 million black people in this country.
And
We
that
got
means
over
what?
190 million white people. You're gonna sit here and say that if
Hey,
a
you got
black
half the
person,
black-
a white person get married, a black person, a white person get married, one can't understand the other person's struggle. You've seen
It's not
Tim
about
Wise, right?
individualism.
You've seen
It's
Reverend
about
Wallace. You've
systematic
seen white people who
empowerment.
understand racism very well.
That doesn't mean
The
we're
other
going to do
thing,
anything
the other
about
thing
it.
that is obviously true is they understand racism when you see things like the murder of Medgar Evers, like the murder of Martin Luther King. They understand racism
and
just
what
fine.
did they do about it?
They understand us gaining just fine, and that's why murder happened.
Based on
right?
what?
So the idea that somehow a white person can't understand our struggle,
I
no
could
way.
care less what they understand. I'm
No
asking
way.
you, what have they done systematically
He already
to
told you
improve
that.
the opportunities
He
of
already
white folks?
told you
He
that.
did not
Yeah,
tell
for
me
real.
that.
Yes, you did tell
He
tell
did
you
not
that.
tell me that.
You're going to tell me that guys like Tim Wise and Reverend Wallace
is a
don't
character,
understand
What
race
about
in
Tim
America?
Wise?
They don't understand race in
He
America.
I think
articulate
at this
racism.
point, he embraced his role as a character. He fully understands and is aware that he's a character, and most people view him as such. I just wish he stopped asking for donations. Like, god damn, bro, you done got enough. Like when's enough? That's why I say ain't no nation without donation. Those are Umar Johnson words. That ain't mine. He ain't never say that, but that's what he shows. Ain't no nation without donations, y'all.
So what has he done to
There are no white
systematically
people that understand race in
eliminate it?
America.
There's
no
not a
white
white
people.
person
There's
in
no white
America.
people understand
second.
race in America.
One second.
There's not a white person.
Them going to you, Jay.
There's not a white person in America who has ever worked to systematically eliminate the white privilege that they benefit from.
That's all you gotta do.
You're a liar.
You know,
Hey,
190 million people in America.
JB. He done made enough to retire. Yo, Umar Johnson might be the first person to ever retire from panhandling. Hey, JB, he might be the first that ever done it, yo. Has there ever been a person that retired from panhandling? If not, Umar Johnson gonna be the first, yo. He gonna be the first. That nigga retired from that. That nigga, he did that shit to the max.
We're not going to go there. We're not. I haven't
called me a liar, and you're cool.
Well, it's a fact that
Watch
you're
how
lying.
you talk
It's
to
a
me,
fact
but
that
watch
you're
how I
lying.
talk
It's
to
a
you.
fact that you're
I
lying.
understand you.
To say
One
that.
No, everybody, 1 second. Several things I don't allow. I don't allow the N-word. I don't allow coon. We can talk to one another and disagree, but I do not use racial epithets against
And
black
that's
people.
fine, but he called me a liar.
No.
So the language needs to be watched on both
Racial
sides.
epithets will not be used on this show
And that's fine.
by anybody.
But how we talk to each other needs
You
to
can
be
say
okay.
whatever you want, but no racial epithets will be used on this show about black people to black people. Eugene, your question.
So, from your paradigm, from your perspective, Civil Rights Act isn't an act of white folk stepping up on behalf of black folk. Current criminal justice reform legislation movement isn't a current act of white folk stepping on behalf of black folk. Folk that funded the civil rights movement in the 50s and 60s isn't an act of white folks stepping up on behalf of black folks. I'm sorry, as an American, because I define myself as an American, an African American.
I'm sure you do.
I live in a country that moves forward together. And I say that as a Republican. We move forward together. Yes, we have individual struggles. Yes, we have struggles.
I'm not talking
Yes, we
about
have. Yes, no. Yes, we have.
talking
We
about
have.
You never seen this trend? This is years
Systematic.
ago.
Disproportionality. We have-
Finish it 15 seconds. And
We have systematic struggles, and together as a country, moving forward to defeat those struggles.
Really? So, based on what you said, I want you to give me examples of white folk, not individuals, but systematically.
Why can't it be individuals?
Excuse me.
Why can't they be
Excuse
individuals?
me.
One second.
I know you can't wait to
1 second
finish,
answer.
but let me
1
finish.
second answer.
Can I finish?
Go.
Okay, I'm going. Okay? You cannot name anything systematically done ever in this country by white people to equal the playing field for black folks.
The Civil Rights Act, Congress literally sits behind us. The Civil Rights Act, the Voting Rights Act.
Are you
Both
aware?
of them.
Are you aware?
Hey, can I?
Both of them.
White people
Second.
are proud of you, son.
Scott Bolden.
Quick. I think the terminology and the narrative being used is a little misleading, not from you, but from this dialogue right here.
Okay.
You know, it's one thing to sympathize with the struggle. It's another one to empathize with the struggle. Very different. When you talk about marriage being a political choice, and that one of the arguments that you made that I tend to agree with is that if you don't marry a black woman, then she can never support and comfort and value your day-to-day struggle as a black man. That being said, I do think that the level of the rhetoric that you use in regard to your pan-Africanism is difficult for many of us, quote, in the mainstream to get our arms around. But this issue about black men and white women in the civil rights struggle is not a new discussion. My mother was a civil rights activist in Chicago, and she would often complain privately that, one, you can't sleep white and talk black, if you will. And that's always been in the American struggle, African-American struggle with ourselves. The other thing is that we struggle with our own psychology about self-love and otherwise. And if we get our arms around that, that does make sense.
Okay.
But you would have to say that you know 190 million people.
But you're being too...
One second.
You would have to claim
Answer me.
that.
1 second.
Individuals don't
Answer the
matter.
question.
You'd have to claim
No,
that.
go ahead and respond. Go ahead.
And I agree with my brother's comments. Brother Scott, he brought up the Civil Rights Bill. But what he did not talk about in relation to the Civil Rights Bill is there were two words included in that bill that ultimately served to take away from black people what that bill was intended to deliver. They added gender and they added sexual orientation. And as a result of that, white women and homosexuals have been able to strip black America from the intended gains of the Civil Rights Act. So there was still racism in that bill if you will study that history.
So Umar, your question was, has anyone black ever systematically done, has anyone white ever systematically done anything?
Systematically. White America.
So LBJ would be the answer for
No, I
that,
want
because
you to
that's
get-
the government.
No, I don't think you
That's
heard
a
the question.
systematic move.
No, you didn't hear the question.
I
What
heard
has,
it
no,
was
you
fine.
did not. No,
Yeah, I
you didn't.
did. Yeah, I
You're
did.
so quick to defend white
Yeah,
folks that you're not listening.
No,
Hold
I'm
on.
not trying to
I
defend
only
white
have
folks.
45 seconds, so restate the question and give the answer. I got 45
All right,
seconds.
let's get an answer.
The question was, what has white America done?
Right.
Not individuals. Systematically,
Not
can I?
individuals.
You
Why
won't
not
even let me
individuals?
finish.
Yeah, because
You're that in love with white folks, you won't even let me
fine
finish.
point on everything.
Finish,
Got
literally
it 3 times.
20
Got it 3
seconds.
times.
There is no bigger
Go.
system than the
20
US.
seconds, I'll finish.
The US
And in 20
government is
seconds,
big.
I would say that the panel that you have here, who are extremely intelligent, do not represent the everyday black man and woman struggles, and then because of that, they cannot articulate.
And you represent 43 million people
All right,
in this
folks.
country? I don't think so.
I appreciate it. Thanks,
I don't
son.
think you represent.
Weekdays on TV1.
I will
never lie to you. Oh my
Umar Johnson wild shit. Carl, you say you sent me something on Twitter? Umar Johnson's wild. I mean, I don't really disagree with that debate. It's just the things that I just don't like the fact that he using. The fuck is this? I don't want that. Mentions. Hey, Carl, you ain't sent me nothing on Twitter. Yo, so the girl spoke out again. That been exposing Umar. I ain't watched it yet. I think I got it in my history. I think I clicked on it just so I can have it. Hopefully I did. Nope, I fucking didn't. What page that's on? I think it's on this page. Dang, y'all, I don't think I clicked on the shit. Shit, god damn it. Hate when I do that. Is this it right here? No, it's 3 days ago. His daughter did an interview, but I don't want to watch that. It's hard to listen to her. I don't think I saved it, y'all. Woman exposes Dr. Umar Johnson. Oh, she did a live recently. What the fuck is her page name? I can't find that shit. Umar Johnson, a wild ass guy, man. All we want is the school, man. That's it. I mean, yeah, we can end all this. We can end this whole debate if the school open up, yo. That's it. I don't think at this point. I don't think we asking for too much. I don't think we asking for too much at this point, y'all. Just open the school, bro. Cancel the cookout. Cookout probably gonna be canceled anyway. But cancel the cookout, open the school, man. Right now, yo, Umar Johnson should be laser focused in on opening this motherfucking school. You heard? He should be laser focused, yo. He shouldn't be doing nothing else. No interviews, no speaking engagements, no nothing. We need all hands on deck. We need all hands on deck, man. Man, he been trying to build a school since 2016. Well, no, he said he got his first donations in 2014. Yo, so at least 11 years, man. He said he got his first donations in St. Louis in 2014. And he just keep making excuse after excuse as to why it's not open. Excuse after excuse. Then you find out he trying to build a motherfucking school in Africa. Let's see if we can find some of his old lives. And make sure you hit that like button, man. Umar Johnson asking for donations.
What's the prince of pan-Africanism? You have your hair. You are a black queen.
Check him out, y'all.
Supports the prince of pan-Africanism. You have your own natural hair.
Try to move that shit.
You have no puppies on your resume. And you have some important knowledge or wisdom that you want to impart at an upcoming Dr. Umar lecture, text me. Text me.
Hey, yo, look, I told you, here you go. that nigga using that pan-Africanism shit to court women, man. I think that might have been his plan the whole time. You know, if I could sell hope, I could get some ass out of it. You feel me? Because he must ain't got no game. He ain't got no swag or nothing. So he gotta use his he gotta use his gift of gab. He gotta use what he got. You know what I mean? Manipulation.
215-989-9858. Tell me who you are, where you live, how old are you, and what is your subject matter. You must be a pan-Africanist. I forgot. You must be a pan-Africanist. I forgot. You must be about the complete and total solidarity of all African people everywhere. You must be a pan-Africanist, ladies. All natural hair. No puppies on the resume. All natural hair. You cannot be a rainbow ganger. No rainbow ganging. Ladies, no rainbow ganging. All natural hair. No rainbow ganging. No puppies on the resume. All natural body. No surgery on the body. All natural body. No surgery on the body. Dad.
That's what he do here. Yo, and how he transitions to asking for money is fucking second to none. Like, yo, he springs it on the people so fast. He could be talking about one of his speaking engagements and he just goes straight in. Man, hit the cash app. Like, yo, that nigga good, man. I'm telling you. Yo, he goes straight in. Like, he don't waste no time. He'll be like, this is the right time to do it. Nope. Ain't no second guessing. He does what he does. And he goes straight to the donations. And then after that, he ends the lives.
But I've sat back and I have observed the past 5 days of so-called riots. I want to distinguish the riots from the protests. I want to distinguish the riots from the protests. The protests were led by us. The protests were led by black people. The riots were led by white people. The protests were led by black people. The riots were led. It's pan-Africanism, but let me continue this. Let me continue this. The first riot in American history. So you mean to tell me the same police
It's different reasons.
Discussing Diddy, but
How do you feel about it?
he's
Look, yo, all he doing, yo, he using his little thing to get women, yo. How many women, yo? We need a surviving Dr. Umar Johnson documentary, yo. I guarantee you, yo, it's probably 300 women. We need a surviving Dr. Umar Johnson documentary where women is telling their stories of how they was lured in to his whatever he got going on under false pretenses of FDMG Academy. That nigga is using FDMG Academy to have sex with women, y'all. Think it's obvious. Yo. We need a surviving Umar. All truths will be revealed. Yeah, I mean, I want to know, yo, how many women you think he did that shit to? I'm sure he did that shit to probably hundreds of women. Yeah, hit me on you can text me, take my number down, I'm get you a job. You can be an administrator. What's making noise for, bro? You can be an administrator in FDMG Academy. The whole time, school never opened. They never was administrated. They never got the administrative job. A part of what plan? I think it is a part of the plan. It's a part of the plan to distract the next one. It's a part of the plan to stop people from donating in the black community. If you ever get a guy that's organic and he coming up and he got a name and people supporting him, they ain't sending him no money. They ain't gonna send him nothing to do anything for the community. Because Umar Johnson had ruined it for everybody. I think that was the plan. Man. That's what I think. Because what he does, it doesn't add up. Something ain't right. He talked too bold, too loud to be platformed on, especially even with the Breakfast Club. They don't allow you to talk like this and be on their airwaves. Man, fuck no. They gonna ban this shit out. You shadow ban. You kick you off the internet. Play with your numbers. Not send out notifications. Like that's what they do. But yo, we probably be live later. We're gonna end this live. I got some shit I gotta take care of for real, man. Make sure y'all share the live, hit that like button. Yo, you gotta share the live. Don't forget we still collecting cereal money. Yeah, man. Umar Johnson wants your grip money. We taking cereal money over here. You feel me? No breakfast for the black community this year. We gotta get these schools up and running, brothers and sisters. We gotta get the schools up and running, brothers and sisters. Umar Johnson ain't gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. Fuck it. I'm taking over the FDMG Academy movement. Taking it over, y'all. You donate me your cereal money for a year, we gonna have the school by the end of next summer. Straight up. We ain't gonna take us 10 years to do it. It ain't gonna take us 10 years to do it, y'all. I promise you, y'all. Yeah, well, I appreciate everybody that tapped in, yo. Like I said, share the live, hit that like button. It's Double Day QG News. And I'm out.